Today, we're playing some more Detective Instinct. We are about to start chapter 4. So we're about to start chapter 4. Last stream was crazy. It felt like we got nowhere because it was just like one of those cases where we were following a lead, and it turns out, basically we're following a lead of like being like, oh, we need to question this guy called Fischl. He might know something about AK, who is the mouse edge of Detective Instinct. This isn't an Ace Attorney game. This isn't an Ace Attorney game, but it is inspired by Ace Attorney. But yeah, we love that. We love that. What's saying? Oh yeah. So basically, no, it isn't. Yeah. Yeah. Basically, we had to find out more stuff. We were just trying to find out more stuff about like the missing woman and stuff, and like whether we could find the ring. The missing woman, for now we know her as Alma. I don't know if that's her actual name, because the reason we thought her name was Alma was because Fischl had said, no, we talked to this attendant who had talked to this guy called Fischl, who said that he was looking for a woman called Alma. Emma said, oh, that was her name. I remember that had been a name. Her memory has been a bit like not great. Like, not necessarily like untrue memory, just like she's like forgotten a lot about the woman that she met on like the first night we're in the train. So it turns out the Alma that Fischl was talking about the Fischl was talking about was his granddaughter. Well, no, that Alma Fischl was talking about was his granddaughter, who was named after his dead wife. All we learned was her name, and we didn't even find the ring that was stolen from Emma's cabin at the start of chapter 3. So all my time about was Phoenix's perfect ending, but I'm glad it wasn't, because we got more Mia. I liked Fel. I'm not sure if it was like, in my opinion, I do believe that like Bridge was like kind of like Phoenix's, like Bridge to Turnabout was Phoenix's like kind of a bit of a perfect ending, because he had to like kind of deal with the fact that like Mia's death kind of affected way more people than just him and Maya, and like, you know, like Mia's like family, because obviously they met like Pearl and Morgan in Reunion. So yeah, I don't Fel my turn about got to be my favorite case out of like the Phoenix Wright trilogy. That is such a peak case. Oh my god, that is such a peak case. I loved Fel on my turnabout, and speaking of Ace Attorney, how about we do the Ace Attorney dull? An Ace Attorney version of the Wordle. Here we go. Hopefully that will capture my thing. Ace Attorney dull. There we go. Okay, guess. I always start off with Phoenix for this one. Ooh. For the Ace Attorney main series, like guess a character one, I always start off with Phoenix. A live male, younger, black hair debuted in the first game after the first turnabout. So got first turnabout, turnabout sisters, turnabout samurai, and then goodbyes and rise. I'm gonna go Cody. He has black hair, doesn't he? Yeah, it is Cody. It was Cody. It was Cody Hackins. That was like the first character that came to. That was like the first like character that's younger than Phoenix. First male character I can think of that's younger than Phoenix and also has black hair. So yeah. Okay, investigations time. So this one is just the investigations characters. So go for Miles. Okay, male. Okay, didn't debut in the first game. So it must have been like maybe an investigations character. Older than Miles, not alive, so it's gonna be. I'm gonna go with. Who should we go with? I'm gonna go with Wang's body double. Oh, okay, someone that's not deceased, so it's probably someone that's incarcerated. What was his name? Rocco. That's what I'm thinking of. Okay, someone who's incarcerated. Someone incarcerated, male. Older than Rocco and Miles. Debuted in the first investigations game. Let me try to think. Maybe it's Jax. No, he was arrested, but he wasn't incarcerated. Who's the character that's It's not gonna be Manfred because he's dead. He was executed. A character that we see is incarcerated, we know is incarcerated, didn't get like the death penalty or anything. It can't be Frank, because like he has the, for some reason with Frank Sowett, he was, first of all, it wouldn't be him. He was introduced in the first Out of Out, so it wouldn't be him anyways. And for some reason, his like status says incarcerated alive instead of just like incarcerated. Oh wait, Manfred was executed. Yeah, I think it was like implied in Justice for All. I think it was implied in Justice for All that he was executed. Actually, his status comes up as dead, I think. Yeah, deceased. He was executed. He was executed, I think, in between the first and the second game. So yeah. Well, let me think. Let's go with Lance and Mano. Okay, male. I did not. Wait. For some reason, I read that as 88, and I was gonna say, oh, I can't believe that Lance is older than Miles, but no, I misread the date. Wait, hold on. It's not gonna be Airlines because that's before Kidnapped. And anyways, the one that was arrested in that case was Cammy. So yeah, and then it was Reminiscence. I want to say it's not gonna be Dead Man. It was never said how he died. Oh, was it not? I just kind of. It didn't say how he died. I remember him, and I remember it saying he died. I just always assumed that he was executed. It was just okay. It was just said it was just said he died. I've always just assumed he was executed. Then, I've just always assumed he was executed. I don't think I don't think I just said how he died. But yeah, I just always assumed that he was executed. So, yeah. Trying to think of all the characters that were like. Seen people theorize suicide or murder by cellmate or dying on the operating table. Yeah, died on the operating table because he had that bullet in his shoulder for years, for way too many years. Like the bullet in his shoulder was like, imagine the length of time. I can't remember the length of time between Legacy and like current day. It was a good it was 15 years. It was 15 years exactly. I remember that. It was 15 years exactly because I remember them bringing up like the statute of limitations or whatever the fuck it's called. Yeah, that was it. I can't believe he survived for 15 years with a bullet in his shoulder. How he never got an infection or something like that and didn't die from an infection or something, I will never know. Cause what the fuck? What the actual fuck? I wouldn't be surprised if he died. Yeah, he died in on the operating table. I feel like murder by cellmate is the most unlikely out of the three options you said. I don't know why. I feel like. I mean, it is possible. I don't know why, but I just feel like I don't know. It is possible. It is possible from like the people like he's like put away and stuff. Like they probably have a vengeance against him. Especially if they're like innocent and stuff. Because we have seen innocent people be put in prison. Such as like Samson. But yeah, I don't know why, but I feel like murder by cellmate is unlikely. But yeah, I feel like dying on the operating table is like either dying on the operating table or being executed is the most likely option. So yeah, who do I think? I can't even think of people who are incarcerated. I can't even think of. We had to talk about reminiscence. We had Burn, who's dead. Deadman, who's also dead. Gumshoe, who's alive. Miles, Manfred. Why can't I think of anyone else? Ernest? Oh, okay, there's Ernest. It's not kidnapped anyways. Occupation. General in the Cadopian Army. Leader of the International Smuggling Ring. Cadopian Ambassador to United States about Bastion. Oh, it's living Quirkers Alba. Why did I was trying to think of like all the cases in my head and all the people who like were like the suspects and like killed people in those cases. I don't know why I did not think of Quirkers Alba right away, but whatever. Okay, Great Ace Attorney time. A life male, 19th century, after Adventure of the Great Departure. Finally, it's not a juror or a judge. It's not a juror or a judge. Okay, I'm gonna go with. Okay, it's not gonna be Casimir. I'm gonna go with Sherlock Holmes. I'm meant to go with. I don't know why I said Sherlock instead. I don't know why I went to type in Sherlock. I think it's because in the original Japanese he is called Sherlock, but in the English translation he's called Sherlock. So yeah, I still haven't finished that game. I probably should. Yes, definitely finish it. Definitely finish it. So peak. Okay, someone with blonde hair. I'm gonna go with Sham's. I think he's first game. Yes. Okay. Male, 19th century, blue eyes, blonde hair, adventure in the clouded Kokoro. Who's a blonde male in Great Sunny? That's not Shamspit. That's alive and not Shamspit or Shamspit or Herlock. Cause Duncan's dead. He's the only other blonde male I can think of. Other than like the jurors. So yeah, investigations I need to finish it. It is a peak. I'm currently looking through Resolve and Dual Destinies. Oh. Dual Destinies, I feel like it's a bit overhated. I feel like every so often I'll just see hate for Dual Destinies. I fucking love Dual Destinies. I love it's definitely a male. I was thinking Gina. Yeah, it's probably because she's blonde. But yeah, investigations is peak. I love Dual Destinies. Big fan of Dual Destinies. Big fan of Tenement Academy and Tenement Reclaimed especially. Tenement Reclaimed is such a peak case. Oh my god, it is such a peak case. Clouded Kokoro characters. Yes, Martina Love needed. This is why I need more Athena Sykes in my life. I want an Athena Sykes Ace Attorney. Even if it's just one game, I would be happy with just one game where it's just Athena Sykes Ace Attorney. Or even if it's just like an anime. I want more Athena content. So, yeah. This is the time where I just go through and see. Actually, Graydon was later on, I think. Hairbrain was Great Plateau. Wait, is it actually? Okay, yeah, he was later on and he's arrested. It's fine. I want non-whitewash. Yes, I want non-whitewash Clavier. Like, oh my god, the whitewashing of Clavier and Godot is just like fucking insane, man. Like, we talked about this like a few weeks ago, didn't we? About how whitewashed those two are, because it is like actually insane how like just like I don't know why those two particularly we need. Yeah, exactly because I can think of like there's like a few I can think of in Goddess is later on, I think. There's a few characters I can think of that would be definitely black in Ace Attorney. Samson and that one lady from Leighton versus Wright that I don't know the name of. She's a chef character. I don't know her name because I don't know. I have not played Leighton versus Wright, but it's the chef character from Leighton versus Wright. And then I'd say the rhymes as well. So yeah, real. Someone get Morgan Freeman a cameo in Half-Life 3. Honestly, never played Half-Life, but so real. Oh my god, wait. Oh my god, right. This is the problem with me. I keep mixing up Adventure of Clouded Kokoro and Memoirs of Clouded Kokoro because obviously they have such similar titles. And so I'm like, oh, where is this character? Is this character from like the first game or the second game? I don't know. This is ouchie, 100%. I'm good at the silhouettes. I'm good at recognizing characters. Oh, that's the Men in Black, I think. MIB. Yeah. MIB only pixelated characters that will come up in this, I think. At least in the investigation section, I think. Who the fuck are you? Just a second. Okay, chat. I have no idea what happened with the titles of the cases and why they just gained so much R. Yeah, so much R in Chronicles. That is, yeah, real. Honestly, I don't know why. I can never remember the titles of the I'm very bad with the titles of like cases and like being able to recognize which case they came from. But like, they have so much aura. I love them. Who the fuck are you? Question is. I'm gonna get grayscale into like 5 tries, but I actually wanna, I just wanna try and guess. Let's go for Adam. It's not gonna be Adam. I can't even think who this would be. Oh boy, no, he would have his plate, wouldn't he? Yeah, it would show like him holding his plate, kind of. From the adventure of the great departure to the resolve of Venus by now, I was like, what happened? Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna spoil it for you because you just said you're still working through Resolve, but yeah, it's just so much. There's just a lot happens. A lot happens in Chronicles. Just a lot. So much happens. Just so much happened. I'm on Memoirs. Oh, I love Memoirs. Just the Clouded Kokoro cases. I love the Clouded Kokoro cases. I think it's just I'm such a big fan of Saseki Natsume. He's a fun character. I like him. I really like Saseki. So yeah. Why can't I think of which character this would be? It's not gonna go right. Yeah, why can't I think of this character? Because I feel like with a lot of the other characters, it's like, I can kind of easily recognize them. But this character is like, this feels like kind of a generic thing. Is it Joe Dark? It's Joe Dark. Because when I looked at it, I was like, oh, that silhouette kind of reminds me of Ashley Graydon and like the Bellboy kind of. But obviously it wasn't the Bellboy or Ashley Graydon because this is any main series. But yeah, it was Joe Dark. I keep forgetting that Joe Dark is a character. I'm gonna be so honest, because like we never interact with Joe. We never interact with him like at all. Because he's like a flashback character. He's a flashback character from when Emma tells us about how she was attacked by him. So I just forget his name as a character. So yeah. Okay, quotes. Huh? Hey, you can't just go saying pal like that. That's mine doing character trait. The only character I know that says pal is Gumshoe. Investigation. You sure you went to the school, city boy? Wherever Lot Heart goes, there's a story to be had. A big scoop to be had. That's gonna be Lotta. I knew it. You can tell by the way she's holding that knife. Sure sign of a murderer. Is this Saseki? No. She's holding that knife. Sure sign of a murderer. Unless it's a juror, if it was a juror, that would be mean. That would be mean if it was a juror. The case. Fuck off. Fuck off. I would say actions characters would appear more. Yes. Emma appears quite a lot in investigations. And then got Lana, who's in prison, but I wish we had like more mention of her. Angel Star, and like Marshall. I wish they mentioned the more than just Emma. Yeah, real. I wish Angel would appear more as like even if it's just a background character. Honestly, replace her. Give her background cameo, and like replace Salmonella's background cameo in Airlines, with her. So yeah, I wish you could see my boy. I wish you could see Damon Gann. I can never remember how to pronounce his name. Yeah, Damon in prison. Yeah, I wish. I really liked the captive turnabout, which is the one that takes place in the prison. So I would so want. I would so want like another case like that where we could just see like a bunch of people in prison and be like, what the fuck happened? So yeah. Who could this be? Next day study game idea. More investigations characters. Players and prisoners. Oh, that would be a good idea. Like seeing the point of view, playing it from the point of view from a suspect, escape from prison. Oh my god. But yeah, having it like as the point of view from like the suspects, that would be such a good idea. That would just be such a great idea. English made is Ryunosuke? When did Ryunosuke say this? When did Ryunosuke say that? I don't know. Anyways, cases. Why would you start on the armband? That's like starting it off of Phoenix's badge. Like, oh my god. Damon Gann hitting a 360 no scope on a prison guard. Oh my god. Okay, let me see. Let's just go with quick departure. Pawnbroker's ticket. That's a Cloudy Kokoro case. Is it? No. What is it? No. I remember this case. I just can't remember what it's named. It's not Unspeakable Band. Okay, it's not Unspeakable Band. I know it's definitely not Red Pride Soul, so it must be Unspeakable Story. Yeah. I forgot that it started off with the. I forgot that Unspeakable Story was the one that like started off in the pawnbroker shop. So, yeah. Hello Zach, how you doing? This one is. Is it Visit? No, not Visitor. What's the one I'm thinking of? Trigger. It's about Trigger. Yeah. That's like the first case that I can think of in investigations that has the calling card. Obviously, if it was Ace Attorney main series, then it would be Farewell. So yeah, imagine this, right? Lana Skye murdering Gann and then using him to blow the prison walls and escape. What the fuck? What the fuck? Oh my god, what the fuck? That looks like Eldune's ball. So this must be corner. Hell yeah. Okay, let me switch over to the other Wordles. We are half an hour into stream, but it's okay. But that'll be crazy. Crazy. Okay, speedrun this one. Corn. I start from corn, always. Okay, it's either summer or fall or autumn. I'm not American. It's not a vegetable. Let me go with it. It does not regrow. I'm gonna go with it's a fruit. Okay, it's a flower or a forageable. So let's go with poppy. It's not a flower. It's a forageable. So forage. Yeah, it's forage. Oh, is it all the seasons? Maybe like most of the seasons. It's not gonna be all the seasons because barely anything grows in thingy. Not powdered melon, wild plum, whatever. Wild plum grows in a lot of seasons. Oh no, it did grow in a lot of seasons. Forage. Not eggplant. Not leek. Surely not leek, right? Leek, winter root, red mushroom. It is red mushroom. Okay. Okay. I didn't realize that. I forgot that. I forgot that mushrooms like technically counted as forage. So, yeah. Okay. Okay. We've now got the Stardew one. That's just the that's just the fish. So yeah. Okay. Let's start. I start off with blue discus. Okay. Any weather. That's good to know. And it isn't. Oh, it's not the Ginger Pond, but it is. Yeah. It's not in the. It's not in Ginger Island. Let's go with. Let's go with. Is any weather? Let's go with the bream. Okay, it's not the bream. Let's go with the sardine. Okay, so it's not. What did I do? Sardine. So it's not summer. It is an ocean fish though. Let's go all down to an anchovy. Okay, so it's not a winter fish either. Any weather, ocean, spring or fall. It's an ocean fish. Ocean. Summer, winter. We want spring or fall. Any weather. Rain. It is any weather. Spring, winter. I forgot that ice pips were a thing. Spring, summer. Any ocean. Let's see. Lake town. That's spring, fall, even not spring, summer. I want spring or fall, any weather in the ocean. This like whittles it down pretty well. This is me looking through the things just to see what's a lot of these come into like are in like multiple thingamabobs, multiple thingamabobs. What is this? What is this? I was looking for ocean fish and just seeing ocean. Let's go with it. We did a sardine. Let's go. You're fall. But I'm gonna take an Echo's wheelchair and using it to blunt look at me. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. It's a fall something. Fall something in the ocean. Fall. Okay, it's fall something then. Can my smoke alarm chill the fuck out? Is it? It's not tiger trout because it's not an ocean fish. Because that's not an ocean fish. Fall, winter, it's not you. Fall, winter. Not you, because you're ocean market, not just ocean. Summer, fall. Is it a red snapper? Not a red snapper. It was an albacore. Okay. Maybe Frank saw it taking deep as pipe and stabbing red wine with Jesus Christ, what goes on in your head genuinely? What the fuck? Okay, we've got start with a shovel. Oh, pre-alpha stack size of 1, common rarity. It isn't in tools and utilities. It's not. I'm gonna assume it's not renewable. It's crafted. Can generate from any other one of these. So, yeah. That's 827 trust. Sure. Mossy. Oh, it's an item. What's a pre-alpha item? What's a pre-alpha item that's not a tool? Oh, that does not help me. Wait, maybe it does. Okay, let's go with. Oh wait, maybe it's a sword. Okay, maybe it's a bow. Oh, it is a bow. Okay, it was renewable. Okay, I just said it wasn't, but yeah, it is a bow. Okay. Bob time. I always start with Creeper. None of these. Okay, after pre-alpha, less than 20 health, shorter than 1.7 blocks, not hostile, doesn't spawn in light level, and it has a different classification. Okay, let's go with an Golem. Okay, in between pre-alpha and release 1.2.1. Neutral passive. What's a neutral passive mob that was released that early? It's not gonna be a panda. I'm gonna go with a cow just to see what the update is. In between alpha 1.0.8 and 1.2.1. Neutral passive. It's an animal. Okay. Spawn grass. It's any one of these, so grass, conversion, breeding, or structure. Let's go with sheep. 8 health. Okay. Forgot that sheep were like that early on. Pigs were also early on, to be fair. So let's not go with pig. Pig man. Neutral. In between alpha 1.2 and release 1.2.1. Okay. What's a neutral passive mob that was released that early? Because the only one that I can kind of think of are bees, but I don't even think those are. Yeah, those are just neutral. Can't even think of like neutral passive mobs even. Especially ones that were like, again, released so early on. I'm gonna go with an ocelot. That was 1.2.1. What's an animal? What the fuck is an animal? What the fuck? What the fuck is an animal that was released that early on? Let's go with bat just so I can get the release in. Beta 1.4, that does not help me. I really realized too like that, like, I don't know my early updates. I don't know my beta and alpha updates. So, yeah. Chicken. I'm looking up beta 1. What was it? Beta 1.4? Yeah, I did not play beta. How old was I when Minecraft like alpha or beta version was released in like 2009. I was 4 years old. Jesus. What released? Oh no, this one, beta 1.4 was 2011. I would have been 6. But still I didn't play that early on. Got wolves. Can I type? Come up on a new concept. What concept have you come up upon? Easy. Deep slate. Okay, so stack size was 64 before 1.17. I'm gonna go with, it's not gonna be stone actually. Let's go with sand. Not a shovel. Okay, let's go with wood. It is a I forgot they were released early on, but you could only get them through like commands. I forgot that this specific block was released so early on. I think I may have been slightly older. I was 7 in 2011 or 6. I was 7 in 2011 or 6 turning 7. Yeah, I was born in 2005, so I would have been like 6. I would have like, because I was born in February, so I was like 6 for most of 2011. Dahlia Hawthorne taking advantage of Luke at me's comically oversized nose and using it to pickpocket keys off a guard. That would be funny. That would be so fucking funny. Oh wait, was I mistaken Manfred for Dahlia? Because Dahlia was the one that, I think Dahlia was the one that was canonically executed. Late 2004. Okay. Yeah, you're slightly older than me then. So yeah. What wood block? What wood block that was released early on? Not early on, later on even. a bit later on than 1.3. Yeah, because that's true. Because she died twice. Yeah, she died twice. Because it was like the first time was like actual death, and then the second time was like, yeah, no one's gonna be allowed to like summon you anymore. You're stuck in the spirit realm, basically. So yeah, wood blocks. There is a fence, like a fence gate. Because it's not a full block. Can I do slab? I can't do slab. But this is still beta. 1.14? I don't remember shit about 4. I don't remember shit about 1.14, guys. I don't remember shit about 1.14. Because I always think that 1.14 was the one where they added concrete and stuff and was like the color update. Apparently that was 1.13. So I don't know about shit. I don't know shit. Wait, what's the... Let me think. New wood blocks. Bamboo? Something bamboo. Just the bamboo blocks, which are 1.20. Well, yeah, we do have the right up there, and it's a low blast resistance as well. Scaffolding. It is flammable. At that point, that was the only thing you could craft with bamboo until 1.20. 1.14 was the Panda update, right? I think so. Yeah, I don't remember shit about 1.14. Because again, I always like get confused between 1.14 and 1.13. But like I said, I always think 1.14 was World of Colour. But it was not. World of Colour was 1.13. And then, oh yeah, 1.14 was Village and Pillage. Oh wait, this was the texture update? It's what I'm thinking of then. I just always think that concrete... Wait a minute. Hold on. What's 1.13 then? Well, let me see. Blocks, and there. Campfires. Oh wait. Not a barrel. Composter, fletching table, metals, stones, jigsaw box, blah 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 blah. It's just the one I'm thinking of with the concrete. Oh no, so 1.13 was watercolor. It's been a whole year since we've lost Mr. Osman. It has, hasn't it? I'm gonna be so honest. I did not listen to the guy. I'm gonna be so honest. I did not listen to his music at all. But yeah, it has been. It's been that long though. It feels like it feels like it only happened like a few months ago though. That's crazy. That is totally crazy though. There will never be another Aussie. Yeah, I guess it was kind of like, it was like pretty like massive in terms of like, he was like a very like, in terms of his like kind of, I guess a lot of people like, I don't know, I know his music was like pretty like influential for people. So yeah, I'm gonna be so honest. I only knew him from being married to Sharon Osbourne. So yeah, that's the only way I knew him, I'm gonna be so honest. Yeah, I'm gonna be so honest. But he was yeah, I know he was pretty iconic to like a lot of people. So yeah, but it doesn't feel like it's been that long. I'm gonna be so honest. It feels like it's, yeah, it just doesn't feel like it's been that long. Okay, so I'm gonna be a fletching table. The composter, yeah, it's a composter. Okay. Okay, with the crafting bee thing in this one. Okay, let's start off with granite. I feel like that's the easiest one to start off with. And I thought this is the block, I think. Yeah. I've got bamboo, which is this one. This one, and then I don't remember what the other crafting recipe was for bamboo at the moment. So let's just move on to deep slate. This one I know you can do like fantasy stuff with. Oh yeah, the lilac is magenta dye. This one is the dog armor. This one, ice. Where's the silhouette hints? Oh yeah, shit sticks. Yeah. Oh yeah, there's a wall. And then these two are full blocks. Oh wait, it says, oh, this is packed ice, I think. Packed ice, I think. Blue ice, yeah. And then this is polished, yeah. Okay. Well done. So yeah, let's get into detective instinct. I don't say it because I think there's an achievement at that point. So yeah, didn't know this until now, but Ozzy did a World of Warcraft commercial in 2008. That's crazy. That feels crazy. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, let's get into detective instinct. It's after 10 a.m. Emma's late again. It's pretty unlikely to let me sleep in. I figured she'd want to start investigating right away, although maybe she's not really in the mood after what happened last night. Yeah. Can I turn the radio on? I'm not really in the mood to listen to anything on the boombox right now. Maybe later. Let me think some more. Oh, I get it. I know why she is. There's only one person Emma would trust enough for advice when she's feeling down, and that's Martin. I bet I'll find her if I go to his cabin. Okay, let's go to Martin's cabin then. He was screaming for Sharon. He was? I didn't know that. Jesus. Oh, hello, Poppy. Good morning. Oh, hi, Poppy. Hey, guys, I thought I might find you here, Emma. I was surprised you didn't wake me up hours ago. Oh, yeah. Have a seat, Poppy. Emma and I were just having a conversation. You two have had quite the adventure these past few days, I've gathered. I guess Emma told him what's been going on. My, where to begin? Emma told me the two of you have been looking for a woman named Alma who evidently went missing on the day of our departure. Wait, Emma didn't tell him earlier on, I think? Yeah, I think I heard something like that. I think I heard something like along those lines that happened. Okay, I didn't really look into his death because I didn't really know of him all that well. But yeah, I did hear something like that happened. So yeah, he promoted Wrath of the Lich King expansion. Ooh, okay. That feels like so random, but also like at the same time, celebrities have been doing the most random things, random commercials and stuff, adverts for ages. So yeah, why didn't Emma tell Martin about Alma earlier on? I feel like Martin should have been like one of the first people, because then first people to tell, because then he could have helped us look for her. To be fair, he was like pretty busy with adultery, but on the other hand, like, come on, come on, why didn't you tell him? She told me about your investigation, the many places you've explored, the people you've spoken to, and she told me about the incident last night with that Fisher gentleman. What a frightening ordeal. I'm so glad the two of you are safe. It makes sense to me now. That ring you showed me yesterday, you believe it may belong to this Alma. I wish the two of you would have been confided in me earlier. Yeah, I wish we would have told him earlier. But he's so honest. I feel like we should have told him earlier. Perhaps I could have helped somehow. I'm sorry, Professor. I already felt terrible about making this Poppy's problem. I didn't want to make it yours too. But that's what I'm here for, isn't it? It's my job to help people, not just with your studies, but with anything else you may need. So, what do you make of all this, Professor? I must confess, it's a lot to process. I'm not quite sure what to think. And why are my headphones? My headphones are being dodgy today, so I might take a few seconds. Every so often I might take a few seconds just to try and make it so I can hear stuff again. All this on top of that detective investigating some very serious crimes. There's certainly something unusual happening here, but I feel it would be the best for all of us to remain level-headed. There must be an explanation, and I am certain in time it'll become clear to all of us. Maybe actually, for this whole time I've been thinking that Alma's dead and she was shoved off by some third party, by Vida. What if Alma is the murderer? What if Alma is our like mystery murderer, who, you know, was the one who killed Maxwell? Is it not this guy? Was the one who killed, who am I thinking of? There was someone else that was killed. Otto Keller. That killed Maxwell and Otto Keller. I'm gonna do some stuff I've got to do. Thank you for the lurk, nature. But what if she's the one that actually killed Keller and Maxwell? And she's like escaped off the train somehow. Professor, there was something Fisher said last night that I wanted to ask you about. I told you that Fisher was being forced to spy on a Vendrican politician by a lawyer named Maxwell. The man he was spying on was his employer. He said it was Senator Gordon. Senator Gordon? Isn't that the name of your friend, the one who invited you to Vendrica for this trip? Yeah, that's right. He didn't seem like too shocked by it, I'm gonna be so honest. Well, the idea that Fisher knew Gordon doesn't necessarily surprise me. As I told you the other night, Senator Gordon works extensively with Gambrincan refugees. If Fisher is Gambrincan, it makes sense that he and Gordon may have crossed paths. However, the idea that this Fisher gentleman was spying on Gordon, that is alarming. Yeah, he doesn't seem too shocked by it. I mean, he did just tell us to stay level-headed, but like, he doesn't seem, I feel like he would be more shocked by it. I feel like he should be more shocked by the fact that someone is spying on his mate. I can't imagine why someone would want to spy on Gordon. However, the thought that this Maxwell character was using a downtrodden man like Fisher for such a thing, it's just unconscionable. Can't believe I said that first try. Listen to me, you two. I know that I can't stop you two from doing what you want to do, but please, be careful. It'll give me tremendous peace of mind to know that you two weren't involving yourselves in something potentially dangerous. I just ask that you be sensible. I don't think I could bear it if anything happened to you. We understand, Professor. Thank you for joining me for breakfast, Emma. And thank you for staying to chat, Poppy. I know that things may seem uncertain right now, but I do believe we are in good hands with that detective on board. I'm sure everything will be sorted out before we arrive in London tonight. Until then, we'll just stay cautious. I'll see you both tonight when we disembark. Don't forget to begin packing your things. We'll be arriving before you know it. We will, Professor. Hey, Poppy. Can we go back to your cabin for a bit? Sure. Okay, let's go to our cabin. Let's see what Emma has to say. Hey, Poppy. Are you alright, Emma? I just wanted to apologise. I'm sorry I went to talk to Martin without you. It's just, after last night, I feel so guilty for what I did to Mr. Fisher. It made me start questioning everything I've been doing. I was so embarrassed. I didn't want to see you. I didn't want you to see me like that. You know, when I first realised Alma was missing, I thought about going to Martin for help right away, but the past few years, I've depended on him so much. Whatever problems I've had with school, stress, work, anything really, he's always been there when I needed advice. So this time, I thought I'd find another way. I wouldn't make it his burden. I wouldn't ruin his trip with my problems. I mean, it's not just... I feel like it's not just your problem, it's also the fact that we have a woman missing kind of problem. I really thought I could get through this without him, but, well, I guess I couldn't. It's okay, Emma. There's nothing wrong with asking someone for help, especially after everything you've been through. If it makes you feel any better, I'm glad you asked me. Thanks, Poppy. It feels so... I don't know why, but it kind of feels weird talking in my accent, knowing that our character that is named after me is American. And then I'm just like, hello, governor. You know, very British. So where do we go from here? Mine was very polite, but I can tell he's skeptical. I don't think he really believes me. And I don't know, maybe he's right. After everything that's happened, I can't help but feel like we might be in over our heads a little bit. Maybe we should just leave everything for Detective Daltrey to sort out. I don't know. What do you think, Poppy? What should we do? Continue our investigation or leave it to Daltrey? I think we should continue our investigation. I know Martin wants us to say safe, but yeah, but yeah, we need to carry on. I feel like we've come too far to call it. Yeah, we've come too far to call it quits now. We still have a lead to chase, remember? Yeah, we've come too far. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know, Mr. Fisher. We still need to ask him if he remembers seeing me with Alma the other day. If nothing else, I think we should at least see what he has to say. Don't you? Her hair's a little close to the hair of death. Not completely because it's... Yeah, true. I'm gonna be so honest, for a second there, I didn't know what you mean, but then I was like, oh yeah, the anime mum hairstyle. Yeah, it is so close to the anime mum, like the dead mum hairstyle. Oh my god. Please don't let Emma die. Please don't let Emma die. Oh my god. Okay, you're probably right. I guess it couldn't hurt to check with him, just to be sure. At this point, I'd be surprised if you remembered seeing Alma. But if nothing else, I'd love to apologise to him for last night. How about we ask the observation car attendant if she knows what happened to him after last night? Any excuse to see her again, huh? Oh, give me a break. It's okay, Poppy, I'm just teasing you. I think that's a great idea. Just let me know when you're ready. Let me see, radio. Alright, let's have a listen. Let's have a listen to the radio. Just wanted to thank everyone for listening. I feel so lucky I get to share my musical passions with you all over the airwaves. I'm going to leave you with another classic by the High Windows from 1972 called You're All That's Left. Always puts me in a chill mood. Take it easy, folks, and remember, the sun will rise tomorrow, no matter how hard that may be to believe. Peace and love. That is another Steven treatment. You can get it just by listening to the radio. Like, twice. So... yeah, and the ad is starting in just under 5 minutes. By the way, if you don't want an ad, you know what to do. Subscribe. Anyways, let's go to the observation car and talk to the attendant. So, yeah, there's the attendant, and wait, it's Mr. Fisher. He's already here. That's so lucky. Speak to Fisher. Mr. Fisher? Oh, hello, you two. I would like to sincerely apologise for my behaviour last night. There was no excuse for me to cause such a panic. No, I'm the one who should apologise. It's all my fault that you can't stay in London. No, everything that has happened, I brought upon myself. I've made many mistakes in my life, but from this day forward, I'm determined to become a man worthy of my granddaughter. I hope he gets to actually meet his granddaughter one day, hopefully. I know I will meet her someday. Mr. Fisher, we're really sorry to bother you, but would you mind if we asked you some questions? Not at all. What can I help you with? Let's see. Check first. It looks like he's doing alright, all things considered. Lounge car. Mr. Fisher, do you remember sitting in the lounge car 2 days ago? It would have been around this time. That would have been shortly after this train departed, correct? Yeah, I do believe I spent some time in the lounge car. I was thrilled to have made it on board. I wanted to explore the whole train. Of course, eventually I found my way here, which is my preferred spot. Do you by any chance remember seeing me there meet another woman? Oh, I'm not so good with faces, but let me think. I'm very sorry, I just can't remember. You can't? I know it must seem strange, given that Maxwell was paying me to be observant, but I must confess that well, my memory just isn't what it used to be. It's hard for me to commit small details to memory unless I really try, and I'm afraid I don't recall seeing you before last night. I sincerely apologize. It's okay, Mr. Fisher. Thanks anyway. Man, I can't believe it. Out of everyone, I really thought he'd be the one who'd be able to help us. Yeah, because, Vito and Monty, they were like, no, we didn't see them. The bartender was like, oh, no, we only saw Emma. And then, Dennis and Palmer were like too wrapped up in talking about golf to actually say anything. So, yeah. Is this really it? Do we really have nowhere else to go from here? Emma's being nice, but she must be pretty disappointed. I talk about Daltrey. I spoke with Detective Daltrey at length last night. I had no idea he was here investigating Maxwell's death. And this was also the first I heard about what happened to poor Otto. Oh, it doesn't matter. I don't have any hard feelings. The detective is only doing his job, and he was kind enough to allow me to keep my accommodations here in spite of everything. Ask about Otto Keller and Maxwell. Did you know Otto Keller, Mr. Fisher? Oh, you knew about Otto? It seems I was the last to find out. I didn't know him well, but having worked with Maxwell for a while, we did cross paths from time to time. Oh yeah, because Maxwell and Otto kind of worked with each other, I think. He was Maxwell's housekeeper, in case you weren't aware. Yeah. He was a very kind man. He was a Gambrincan immigrant like myself, so I found him very easy to talk to. To think he too was killed. Ask about Maxwell as well. Maxwell introduced himself to me at our bar. I could tell that he was trouble, but the money he was offering was too good to pass up. I have no idea what interest Maxwell had in Senator Gordon. Frankly, I didn't want to know. At first, Maxwell just had me listen to Gordon's conversations and report back what I heard. Later, he got more daring and asked me to look through his documents, memorize them, and tell me what they said. You managed to do that without getting caught? If I'm being honest, I don't think Senator Gordon ever noticed my presence. He never suspected a thing as far as I'm aware. Okay, I don't think we could... let's see. You wondering what else the two of us talked about? Yeah. Ask about... Because in this game, right, you can just have to keep asking about the same things until they just keep repeating that, until they repeat dialogue, basically. But actually, the detective wanted to know why I was spying on Maxwell. Or more specifically, what it was that Maxwell wanted to know about Senator Gordon. I told the detective everything I knew, anything to help track down whoever killed Otto and Maxwell. Maybe it was Senator Gordon that killed Otto and Maxwell. I found Maxwell in exactly the same way Daltrey described him, sitting alone at his dining table with a knife in his back. How pitiful. I couldn't tell you much more. As soon as I realized he was dead, I fled the scene in a panic. I'd only ever see Otto for minutes at a time. We didn't do much more than make small talk. I remember him telling me how he and his wife wanted to start a family. I could tell he was struggling like the rest of us immigrants, but I always sensed nothing but optimism from him. He truly was a very kind man. Let me just have a drink first before we ask him about Gordon. Okay, Gordon. You might think I knew Senator Gordon fairly well, having worked as his gardener for years. But what little of a relationship we had could be called strictly professional. He paid little mind to me, and I paid little mind to him. At least when I wasn't spying on him. Even then, very little of the information Maxwell had me gather made much sense to me. Something about some suspicious foreign connections and payments he'd received many years ago to... To what? I beg your pardon, I shouldn't be telling you any of this. That would be terribly irresponsible. Of course. I want to know. I'm nosy. I want to know. I really want to know. Same. I can't tell you much about him. Okay. Can you tell me anything else? The detective is just doing his job. I'm afraid I don't know why Otto was at that hotel 3 nights ago, but the timing is remarkable. I found Maxwell dead the same night. The detective asked me if I thought Otto may have been Maxwell's killer. A terrible thought. Maxwell wasn't a good man. I assume he had many enemies, but no matter what he may have done, I just can't see Otto as a killer. Not unless he truly had no choice. Maxwell, how pitiful. And then, I don't think there's anything else we can really ask him. You okay, Emma? Yeah, I'm okay. Do you want to keep talking to Mr. Fisher? Maybe he knows something else that could help us? Well, if you want to, sure. Well, okay. Ask him about Alma, about the missing woman. You seen you had tea with a woman in the lounge car that morning and her name was Alma. What a coincidence. My wife's name was Alma. When my daughter wrote to tell me she named her newborn after her, I was very moved. But to answer your question, no, I'm afraid I don't remember ever seeing her. I'm very sorry. Let me see. So I don't remember seeing her. Okay, let's talk to Emma again. It's not really anything else we can talk to her about. Do you remember anything else from when you were in the lounge car that morning? Anything else? Let me think. I do remember a rather strange couple coming in at one point. Vida and Monty. They were hard not to notice, very oddly dressed, and the woman made quite a show of her arrival. That must have been Vida and Monty. Those their names. I will admit those two struck me as a little odd, but I didn't think much of it at the time. I don't think they. And welcome back from the ad, by the way. I didn't even realize it started. I don't think they stayed long. If I recall correctly, the woman went to the bar at one point and they left shortly after. That must have been when Vida ordered her, what was it, Chardonnay. That tracks with what the bartender told us. Anything else? Anything else? Strange couple. Let's see. I remember seeing her. Mate, poor Otto, may rest in peace. Can't tell you much about it. Discuss. Hey, Poppy. Yeah? I think we've bothered Mr. Fisher enough, don't you think? Yeah, there's nothing else we can really talk to him about. Sure, but we still haven't learned anything new. I mean, maybe we could talk to Vida and Monty again. Question of the day: if you could turn your life into an interview show, who is one celebrity you would love to have interview you? Ooh, Keith David. Wait, Keith. Is it David or Davids? Let me see. I can never remember if it's plural or singular. Keith David. What a legend. He voices, if you don't know, he voices Dr. Facilier in Princess and the Frog. I first saw him on a show. What was it called? Greenfield? No. What was it? Green. What am I thinking of? Let me look at Keith David's IMDb. I would love to have Jason Mose or Danny Trejo interview. Ooh, that would be fun. Especially with Danny Trejo. That would be so fun. Let me look at his IMDb. I know he's been in like Has Been a Hotel and stuff. I didn't watch Has Been Hotel. Yeah, he was in Princess and the Frog. He was in The Thing as well. I didn't know that. Let me see. What's the show that I'm thinking of? He was in Tea Times Go as well. So many things I didn't realize he was actually in. He was in Haunted Hotel and King of the Hill as well. He's been in like so much stuff that I just didn't even realize. It does not surprise me he was in Oh My God, Yes. He does not surprise me. But this was like 8 years ago. But I could just do the find on page thing. That'd be so much easier. Greenleaf! Greenleaf! That's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, I like started to appreciate him when I watched Greenleaf. Such a good show, by the way. Such a great show. That is an underrated show. I loved Greenleaf. Yeah. Keith David, everybody. Amazing actor. Amazing. Great. So yeah. Anyways, let's get back into Deceptive Instinct. Sure, but we still haven't learned anything new. And why my headphones, I can't even hear. Poppy, I think maybe it's time to move on, you know. But Emma, what about Alma? Poppy, I really appreciate everything you've done for me for the past few days. Really. You're a great friend, I really mean that. I think it's about time I face reality. I'm the only one who remembers Alma, and after 3 days of searching, we've turned up nothing proving she exists. No witnesses, no real evidence, but even the ring wasn't anything concrete. Really, all we've done is make things worse. It's really hard for me to accept, but I think maybe it was just a dream. I don't know. Come on, Emma, you can't be serious. I am, it's just, what's more likely, you know? That there's some grand conspiracy going on where everyone's either deliberately or unknowingly covering up Alma's existence. Oh, that I overheard Mr. Fisher talking about a person named Alma. Then I had a weird dream about after drinking some weird tea. It sounds silly when you put it that way, right? I guess so, but it's alright, Poppy. Honestly, it's a relief. Both of us have been distracted by this for long enough. I barely even thought about my term paper, and besides, I forgot we had to do a term paper. Well, we, as in, the character of Poppy, not me. I graduated last week. If there really is something funny going on, I'm sure Detective Daltrey will get to the bottom of it. I think I'm just tired of playing detective, you know. I just want to go back to being me. I can't believe this. What's going into her? She's really giving up. Come on, Emma. I know things aren't looking too good right now, but I wonder if I didn't have a term paper to procrastinate on, would I have believed her? Would I have believed this story at all if it wasn't coming from Emma? I don't know if I'm ready to give it up just yet, but okay, if you're sure, then I'm with you. Thanks, Poppy. How about we go back to your cabin and do some brainstorming for our papers? We both have a lot of ground to make up. Sure, that sounds good. Okay, let's go to. Oh, hold on, Mr. Fisher. I just remembered something. It was something about that odd couple. I knew there was some reason I remembered them. What do you mean? You saying you remembered something about Vida and Monty, Fisher? Oh yeah, I did remember something. Probably isn't anything substantial, just a bit of an odd interaction that struck me as a tad curious. The woman who went to the bar while her husband waited in one of the booths. She talked to the bartender for some time. I remember seeing her hand the bartender some money, but I don't believe she ever had a drink. Fuck you mean she never had a drink? She never had a drink, no glass of wine or anything? No, certainly not. I watched her the entire time. You must think me to be rather rude, but I assure you I was merely curious. What the fuck? And that's alright. Well, I'm sure it's nothing. Perhaps the woman ordered a bottle of wine to be delivered to their cabin. I'm sorry, this all must be totally trivial. I sincerely apologize for wasting your time. Okay, if she wanted a bottle to be delivered to her cabin, then why was Monty sitting in one of the booths then? It's okay, Mr. Fisher. Thanks for talking with us. Yeah, thanks, Mr. Fisher. It was my pleasure. I hope I was of some help to you both. If you need anything else, please don't hesitate to ask. Goodbye now. Poppy? Okay, so I know I just told you I want to stop investigating, and I mean it, really, but both bartender and Vida told us she had a glass of wine that morning. Mr. Fisher said she didn't have anything. I know Mr. Fisher's memory is a little spotty, but he seems pretty certain about this, and if he's right, then that means both Vida and the bartender lied to us. Yeah, I thought the same thing. I knew those two were in on something. I'm not saying this proves anything, but wow, they both lie about that. Isn't that strange? Yeah, it is. And to that point, if Vida never had a glass of wine, then why did she give money to the bartender? Ugh. Is this really anything? Am I just making a big deal out of nothing? You know, Emma, I think this might be the break we were looking for. What do you mean? Think about it. With everything we know, if Vida never had a drink in the lounge car, then you're right. This doesn't prove everything, but we need to talk to the bartender right away. Exactly. We're back, baby. Hell yeah. Lounge car. Hell yeah. Dennis and Palmer are there. There he is. Let's not waste any time. Speak to bartender. Hello. You two, yet again. It would appear these two golfers are my curse. But don't worry, I won't ask you to rid them for this place again. You look as if you want something from me. Can I interest you in some tea? No tea. We just wanted to ask you a few more questions, if you don't mind. More questions, huh? I see it in your eyes. I get the sense that there's something different from last time. Well, I've nothing to hide. Ask what? Sure, nothing to hide my ass. The afternoon after we departed, you told me and Emma that 3 people had ordered drinks from you. You said these 3 people were Emma, who got tea, Detective Daltrey, who got a beer, and a woman who ordered a glass of wine. Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, 3 people ordered drinks, your friend, the detective, and a woman. You're asking me about your dream woman again? And now you've given her a name? How creative. Well, I'm sorry. She didn't exist 2 days ago and she doesn't exist now. No matter how many names you give her, it won't make her real. Why are you making me that face then? If she's not real? The woman that ordered a glass of that wine that morning, that was Vida, right? We met her after talking to you. She told us she got a glass of wine from you. Yeah, I do believe it was her. My apologies. It was so long ago I was having trouble recalling. Sure. Anyways, what does it matter? What does it matter if that wretched woman ordered some wine? Do you remember the old man that was here the morning we departed? An old man? Yeah, you had mentioned to me that he seemed out of place. Ah, yeah, him. That was Mr. Fisher. Me and Emma met him yesterday. Oh, did you now? Well, so what? Why should I care? He told us something kind of strange today. He remembers seeing you talking to Vida that day, but he was adamant you never gave her a drink. Oh? Very sorry, but I'm afraid your elderly friend is mistaken. I served the woman a single glass of wine. That is simply the truth. Is this guy for real? If that's the truth, why was Mr. Fisher so certain that you didn't? How should I know? Perhaps he was going senile. Don't you call Mr. Fisher senile? I'm sorry, was that rude? I didn't mean to sound crass. It's just, well, I heard the poor old fool had an episode in the observation car last night. No, I wouldn't trust his word. He probably doesn't even remember what he had for breakfast this morning. The woman ordered a glass of wine and I gave it to her. Simple as that. This guy definitely knows something. It's that silly old man. It doesn't seem like he's about to change his story. Nope. No, but I think he knows we're onto something. We're so close we just... I believe Mr. Fisher, but his word isn't going to be strong enough to crack the bartender. I wonder, maybe there's another way we could prove that Vida never got a drink? Another way, huh? Think about it. We know for sure that he's lying to us, we just need to find a way to prove it. I feel like our only, way to find out is to talk to Monty and try to get him to talk to us. We've learned so much these past few days, there must be something we can use against him. Let's keep him talking. He has to slip up eventually. He just has to. I wonder, what else should I try asking him about? Register? This cash register tracks how many sales are made in a day and where. When we tracked it 2 days ago, it said 3. Is that useful information right now? Is the cash register? Maybe? Yeah, let's ask him about it. So if the bartender is to be believed, Vida ordered a glass of one of the wines on display here. Is there anything we can ask him about the one that might be useful? Check. Can I help you? Can I help you? Nothing here. Okay. So we can ask him about the register and the wine. This cash register tracks how many sales are made per day, correct? Yes, that is correct. You told us that afternoon that you had made 3 sales so far. That's right. The girl, the woman, and the detective. 3 sales. Is there a problem? Poppy, I don't think this is helpful. Okay, it's not helpful. We need to prove that Vida never had a drink. Right now, the register only helps prove that she did. She's right. I don't think I'm on the right track here. I know this register will be useful eventually, but first we need to get him to admit that he never served Vida a drink. You want to know more about the wine we're serving? Sure. What would you like to know? The brand. All the wine we serve here comes from the Psssttt winery in Austria. It is a winery owned by a famous movie director. It is all very expensive and best appreciated by enthusiasts. I would recommend it to someone like you. What's that supposed to mean? Yeah, exactly. What's that supposed to mean? Well, anyway, aside from being insulted, was any of this important information? Mayhaps. Maybe? I don't know, let's give it a shot. Let's ask him more about what she wants to know. The type. We have many varying kinds of red wine here. Merlot, Pinot Noir, Cabernet Sauvignon. He doesn't have Chardonnay. There's one for any occasion, not that you'd be able to afford it. Oh no, what's that important information? Yeah, because didn't she get something about what he said just now sounded off to me. Let's press him on it. Yeah, didn't she say that she got a Chardonnay? But he didn't mention Chardonnay. So that's asking about the wine type. So you said various kinds of red wine here. Isn't Chardonnay white wine? That's right. Do you only sell red wine, no white wine or anything? That is correct. The only kinds of wine we have available are red wines. Only red wine, I wonder. That's it. You don't serve any white wine here at all, not even, for example, Chardonnay. No, we don't serve Chardonnay. So what? So what? I'll tell you so what. That's what Vida told us she ordered from you. She said what? That's right, she specifically told us she ordered white wine, the finest Chardonnay you had. Oh, that's just rich. Well, surely you're not gonna try to tell us that Vida can't tell the difference between red and white wine? Or that she'd lie about something so trivial? No, you're right. It certainly is a contradiction. Oh, whatever will I do? You've discovered my dark secret. Well, can you explain this one or not? Yeah, explain it to us, please. Because I really want to know. Come on. Okay, you win. I'll tell you the truth. Sure, why not? You're right, I did not sell a woman a glass of wine. I didn't speak with her, but for reasons I am not at liberty to say, we agreed that if anyone asked, we'd say she ordered some. I didn't expect that she'd choose to embellish her story later on. How utterly foolish. Well, there you have it. The truth. Are you satisfied now? Not quite, no. Oh? That's right, because if Vida didn't order a glass of wine, that leaves us with another contradiction. Well, I'm all ears. What is this supposed contradiction? Register. The register? You told us that this register tracks how many drinks are sold in a day. That afternoon you said it read 3. Oh, did I say that? Well, perhaps I was mistaken. It must have read 2. 1 for the girl, 1 for the detective. Not so fast. You let me take a look and I confirmed that it said 3. Oh, that's right. Silly me. The register confirms that 3 drinks were sold, and if we didn't order one of them, then that leaves 1 drink unaccounted for. Why, yes, I suppose it does. How curious. Let me guess, you have a theory about whom this elusive third drink was sold? That's right, I do. Well, please don't leave me in suspense. Who do you suggest had the third drink? Alma. Who? Oh, wait, of course. Your dream woman. I should have guessed. Well, it's true, isn't it? You know, all this time, you've been accusing me of covering up the existence of this mystery woman. But not once have you suggested any reason why I would do such a thing. A reason why? Because Vida paid you to. Because she was going to do something to the woman. You got paid to, you know, like ignore the existence of Alma. That's right. What on earth would I have to gain from lying to you? If it were true, all it would have given me so far was a few days of badgering from a couple of insolent tourists. But I suppose I must give you some credit. You managed to discover quite a bit more than I expected you to. So let's hear it. If the person who ordered the third drink was your dream one, why would I have lied to you about it for the past 3 days? This really is all just a big game to him, isn't it? But he's right. We haven't been able to figure out why he's been lying. It's the final piece of the puzzle. Think, what else do we know that might help us pin down the motive? Well, any theories? I need to think back to all the things we've been told the past few days. Who gave us the last piece of information we need to prove the bartender's motive? Who? Who gave us the last piece of information? Bartender? I think this is right. I need to think through a bit more. Give us to prove the bartender's motive. Would be Vida. I need to think through a bit more. Because I thought he was like being paid to do it. What motive does he have? Unless he was like covering up murder. I need to do a bit more. It wouldn't be Monty. And Fisher. There was one more thing that Mr. Fisher told us about you and Vida. Something very unusual. Oh, and what was that? He said that even though she didn't return her drink, she handed you money. Okay, that's what I need to say Fisher or not. The bartender. I was on the right lines though. Oh, did he now? That seems odd, doesn't it? Why would Vida hand you money if she wasn't ordering anything to drink? I don't know, you tell me. Alright, I will. She wanted to shut you up. Vida knew that you saw something. Something she didn't want you or anyone else on the train to see. She knew that Emma saw it too, so she paid you to pretend you didn't see it. You agreed, but you needed to make sure there was no evidence to implicate either of you in the scheme. The cash register clearly showed that 3 drinks had been sold, so in order to hide one of them, you both agreed to pretend that Vida ordered a glass of wine. It probably would have worked too, if it wasn't for us meddling kids. If only Vida hadn't gotten a little dramatic with her side of the story. Vida may have gotten lucky that no other witnesses saw what she was trying to hide, but in the end, it didn't matter. Her story fell apart, and so is yours. I'm waiting for the punchline. Tell me, what did I see that I shouldn't have? You saw Alma, the missing woman! Well. Oh? Are you good? My, you do have quite an imagination, don't you? What a story! I'm impressed. Really, I am. Chardonnay. Oh, that stupid woman. Well, what do you have to say for yourself? It's true, isn't it? I have to thank you both. You two have given me quite a bit of fun these past few days. In exchange, how about I give you this? The money that Vida gave you? This is the money that a wretched woman paid me. I assume you're gonna see her, yes? When you do, be sure to give that back to her and tell her that I changed my mind. After all, the amount was quite low, and to think I had to negotiate for more after her paltry first offer. In truth, I felt sorry for her, knowing how penniless she and her feeble husband truly are. But my silence isn't cheap. Are you saying, oh, would you look at the time? I'm afraid I must take my break now. I think you two had better hurry up. You run out of time, you know. Have a wonderful rest of your trip. And good luck finding your dream woman. This guy! I hate him. I hate him so much, oh my god. Poppy, did we just make him admit that he kind of did, without him saying it, he did kind of admit that he did see the mystery woman. He did kind of admit that he did see the mystery woman. Yeah, we did. We just proved that Alma is real. Can't believe this. I don't know what to say. And to think I was about to give up. You really let him have it, Poppy. I've never seen this side of you before. Yeah, maybe I got a little carried away. It was pretty cool. Oh man. My heart is racing. I'm nervous, but there's no time to lose. If we don't confront Vida and Monty now, we may never know what really happened to Alma. I don't want to scare you, but this could be dangerous, right? Whatever is happening here, it's just, we don't know what those two are capable of or are willing to do. Are you sure you're ready for this? I mean, I'm sure Monty is like the harmless one, right? Right. Yes. Like, Vida's the one we have to really look out for. Alright. I'm glad you are, because I don't know whether I am. Let's go, Poppy. To Vida and Monty's cabin. One last time. We have another note as well that we'll have a look at before we talk to Vida and Monty. I will not stand for any more of this badgering, you loathsome pig. My husband and I are the respectable, upstanding citizens. We contribute to society. Not that you'd understand anything about that. Is Daltrey speaking to them? We'll look at the thing in a minute. You sad, weak little man, why don't you run along now? Perhaps you can find another poor, struggling immigrant to harass. Lord knows you dirty pigs have nothing better to do. I cannot even stand to look at your disgusting face for 1 minute longer. Do you understand? Get out, you obnoxious oaf, and mind your own business. Oh man, what could this be about? Yeah, I knew it. It was Daltrey. Cause he's been going around asking everyone. He's been asking everyone about like if they know anything about the murders. So, yeah, detective. Oh, hello again. What brings you two here? We were just passing through. What about you? What was going on in there? Oh, you know, I was just investigating. Listen, as much as I'd love to stay and chat, quite frankly, I'm running out of time. We'll talk later. Okay. Yeah, yikes. I guess even seasoned police detectives are no match for a migraine-stricken Vida. Hopefully we'll have better luck. We're going in there? We're going in there? What? What? But after she just screamed at Daltrey? What a bother. Now, darling, I'm not sure why you won't just leave this to me, but if you truly must know, it's Ace, King, Queen, Jack, in that order, okay? Don't forget. Huh? I'm not sure what they're talking about, but let's not get distracted. Don't worry, puppy. We can do this. It was... I write that down. Ace, King... It was Ace, King, Queen... Jack, right? Let me see. Ace, King, Queen, Jack, yeah. She's pretty nervous too, but we have to step up here for Alma. Deep breaths. Into S21. Alright, let's go. Oh, what is it now? Oh, it's you two again. Wonderful, as if this day couldn't get any better. I must say, I'm simply in no mood for further confrontations. Can you make this quick? Well, what do you want now? We're sorry to bother you again. We just had a few questions we forgot to ask you before. If you don't mind, we can be out of your hair in just a few minutes, promise. Fine, fine. But if it's about your silly, imaginary woman again, you can forget it. Well, wine in the train departed. You've got a glass of wine in the lounge car, right? Haven't we been over this already? Yes, I had a glass of wine that morning. A glass of Chardonnay, right? Yes, that's right. The finest day you had, made with grapes straight from the fields of Burgundy. Oh, some Burgundy now. She really can't help herself now, huh? Huh. That's interesting. What is that supposed to mean? We just got back from the bar. According to the bartender, they don't serve any white wine here, only red wine. What do you mean he said they only serve red wine? That's completely asinine. Do you really expect me to believe a story like that? It's true. We even asked if he had Chardonnay, and he said no. I don't care what that creep told you. Maybe he ran out. That's what I ordered. Don't know what to tell you. I guess she's not gonna change her story that easily. And glass of Chardonnay. I don't care what the bartender told you. It's true. Does the name Alma mean anything to you? No, I can't say it does. Monty, does that name ring a bell to you? He's staying silent. He's just not even gonna move. No, I don't think so. Oh, I see where this is going. That's the name of your missing woman, isn't it? Didn't I tell you not to waste our time with that nonsense? You commoners really do have no tact at all, do you? Please, enough of this. You're embarrassing yourselves. Okay, discuss with Emma. As expected, she's as tough as ever. Probably maybe we should approach this differently. Oh? How so? Oh yeah, I've got that note about the bartender I want to have a look at. She's not going to tell us about Alma that easily, but if we start somewhere. Maybe we can bluff our way to her admitting what's really going on. What do you mean? Well, we don't want to think we don't know who they are. But we do, and if we show them we know that, they might start worrying that we know more than we do. We'll gain the upper hand. That's a great idea. Keep pushing, Poppy. Make them sweat. Okay, let me look at that note about the bartender first. It turns out he was paid off by Vida to keep his mouth shut about seeing Alma. The two of them pretended that Vida bought a glass of wine that morning to hide the fact that Alma was the real third sale. He broke into hysterical laughter when we called him out on it, and then gave us evidence to present Vida with. I get the sense that he greatly enjoyed toying with us these past few days, and I don't think he cared a bit about betraying Vida. It was all just a fun game to him. What a weird guy. I want to show him the money. Opportunity. To break them down, get one of them to slip up, and then we'll hit them with the evidence. Okay. I see this is going to be just as tedious as the other day, isn't it? If you don't have anything of substance to ask of us, I really must ask you to leave. Monty and I have a lot of we weren't finished yet. Don't interrupt me, child. What did she say? Monty and I have a lot of packing to do, and what else could you possibly have to ask us? Excuse me. I don't see how I don't see how that's any of your business. Besides, what does it look like to you? Could a poor person afford this jewelry or a luxury suite like this? Yes, Monty and I are obviously quite well off. You were? You're not now. Is that really true? What is that supposed to mean? What do you do for a living that you can afford such luxurious things, Monty? Don't answer that. Not that you could anyway, but I'm sorry, I'm just curious is all. I'm sensing a smug satisfaction coming from you. It is most unbecoming. I don't find this is any of your business. Okay, let's see. Storage car. What is this about the storage car? We found some weird items in there. The porter told us they belong to a short man in a funny hat. Was it you, Monty? My headphones are being weird. I hate my headphones. I need to buy new ones. Just give me a second. Okay, they're not going to say anything more about the storage car. We know that you're a magician. There's a really fun card trick you showed us the other day, Monty. You did what? Enough of this. Tell me, right now, what do you know? Out with it! I've had enough of these games. Just explain yourselves now. I heard there was an accident. Yeah, we know. You're a magician. Alright, Monty? Around a year ago, there was an accident during a performance. It ruined your career. The accident could have been fatal, so you gained a reputation for being irresponsible with safety. Be quiet. They lost your regular bookings, and no other venues wanted anything to do with you. I said quiet! I won't listen to you disparage my husband, you ignorant twerps. Monty is a genius, and he's a consummate professional. That accident was not his fault, and the cowards that shunned him should be ashamed of themselves. How do you know all this anyway? We asked around. That's not all we know. Talk to them about Fisher. With a witness who saw you in a large car the morning the train departed. A witness? Don't make me laugh. We were very thorough. Oh? I mean, I don't have to explain myself to the likes of you. This is all nonsense. Our witness says that he saw you hand money to the bartender, but leave without a drink. That's preposterous. I already told you I bought a glass of wine. Ask the bartender, he'll tell you. Bartender will tell you I had a glass of wine. It's true. What is this? The money that you gave to the bartender. This is the money you gave the bartender to keep his mouth shut. He wanted me to give you a message. I believe it was, I changed my mind. Ha! Loser. That no good, lying, lower class, big-eyed rat. Whoa. No need to get classist or over here. Right. He told us everything, Vida. Because of that, you paid him to lie about seeing Alma. We know that you're hiding her. You can't lie to us anymore. It's over, Vida. You must think you've got us all figured out, don't you? Such arrogance. I don't care what that bartender told you. You don't know a thing about me or Monty. Do you want to know who was responsible for the accident that destroyed Monty's career? Because it wasn't Monty. It was me. I was his stage manager. It was my responsibility to ensure all safety protocols were followed for my husband's shows. On that day, our performance was running late, so I skipped one of our procedures to get him on the stage faster. I assumed it would be fine. It was fine every time before. I was careless. Good God, I could have killed him. Even though nobody was hurt, that kind of negligence should have been enough to have me arrested, but my husband took all responsibility for the incident. He claimed he was the one who demanded to go on stage without following protocol. He refused to let me take the fall. His life was ruined because of me. I have not rested for a single day since it happened. I've spent every waking moment trying to restore my husband's reputation, to no avail. So, when an opportunity finally presented itself, I wasn't going to let it slip by. An opportunity? There is nothing you can say that will make me jeopardize the arrangements I've made. And besides, what do you really know about me anyway? What makes you so sure your mystery woman even wants to be found? What do you mean? What do you mean, Vida? Come on. You haven't thought about that at all, have you? My lord, how self-centered can you be? Listen to me very carefully. You two are meddling in something that is far bigger than you know. Why, even Monty and I don't know all the details. Forget about it. Everyone will be much better off, yourselves included. Got it? Can you just tell me one thing? Is she safe? I told you, forget about it. I'm not gonna stop until you tell me she's okay. If you don't, I'll cut it out there. You do what now? I'll tell the detective everything. He'll listen to us. That dopey cop, that's all you can think to do? By all means, tell him. It won't matter because you don't have any evidence to support this ridiculous nonsense. Evidence? That's right, dear. You've told quite a fantastic story. But as far as that detective is concerned, that's all it is. A story built on shaky testimony. The fact remains that you do not have any proof whatsoever that a woman named Alma was ever on this train. And you never will, because there's nothing to find. So what? Even without any evidence, I know Detective Daltrey will believe us. Come on, puppy, let's go find him quick. That won't be necessary. I have some evidence right here. Who's that? Who the fuck is here? Is it Fisher? What was that? Oh wait, is that a mystery woman? Marty! He found the ring! I have in my hands a wedding ring. Would I be correct in assuming you two found it here in this cabin? Martin coming in clutch. We love him. We love him. Professor Martin? You. What are you doing here? The two of you are careless enough to lose her once, and on top of that, you failed to notice that she dropped her wedding ring in your own cabin. My students here found the ring, and I've been searching for its owner ever since. They've proven to be quite resourceful, even without it in their possession. Surely by now you realize there's nothing you can hide from them. Emma, Poppy, I'd like you to meet me in my cabin at once. We have much to discuss. I'll be waiting for you there. We know, Vida. We know you've got something to do with this. Come on, Vida. He talks. He's talking. He's like relinquished his vow of silence. Monty, you don't need to lie anymore. Oh, Monty. We should go talk to Martin. Yeah, Martin's cabin. Have a seat, you two. Let's have a quick drink before we yap to Martin. Professor, what's going on? Before I say anything, I just want you to know how proud I am of the two of you. For you to have come this far out of the desire to help a stranger speaks volumes about your character. I truly am lucky to be your teacher. However, whether or not I am still worthy to be your teacher will be for you to decide. What are you on about, Martin? I have deceived you both. I know this is unforgivable, but I hope you allow me to explain myself. Did he kill someone? What did he do? Did he aid in Alma's, like, disappearance? What's going on, Martin? I know you must have many questions, and I intend to answer them all. All I ask is that you trust me. Unless he stole the ring. Did he steal the ring? Because, if you think about it, the only ones that would have known that we had the ring would have been... To be fair, I think, did everyone have... Did it? Vito and Monty wouldn't... No, everyone knew we had the ring, actually. But I think Martin would have been the only one that would have been like, oh yeah, would have probably known that Emma was gonna keep it in her cabin other than us. Other than like Vito and Monty, I guess. And I just always assumed that like either Vito or Monty was the one that took it. I trust you, Professor. Please, just tell us what's going on. I told you that Senator Gordon invited me to Ventrica, which was the genesis of our trip. This is true, as was my desire to turn it into a valuable study experience for some of my brightest students. But Gordon wasn't simply inviting me on holiday, he had a request. It was about the woman you met, Alma. You what? What do you mean? Is this like smuggling or something? By now, I'm sure you've realised that the truth of Ventrica's relationship to Gunbrinker is more complex than I initially suggested. It is certainly true that Ventrica has welcomed many Gunbrinker refugees into the country, but they do not live well. It pains me to admit it, but my country has done little to integrate its growing Gunbrinker population in a way that permits them to thrive. There are those in government that see the influx of Gunbrinker immigrants as a problem that needs to be solved by forcibly removing them from the country. Regrettably, those forces have tremendous support amongst the populace. As such, it is trivially easy for Gunbrinker refugees to be deported. No matter how small this infraction or how dubious the claim, the courts will almost always rule in favour of deportation for any Gunbrinker immigrant that is accused of even the most trivial of crimes. They come to this country to escape the tyranny of their home, only to end up right back where they started. It is a dreadful situation. That is awful. Yeah. The woman named Alma is a Gunbrinker immigrant. Her husband committed a violent crime and was killed in the process. The police immediately went searching for her, but knowing what was likely to happen if she were found, she went into hiding. This is when Senator Gordon got involved and when he asked for my help. Alma is not guilty of anything. However, should the police find her, she would certainly be deported. She will be forced to fend for herself in that violent place. Senator Gordon, in hearing her plight, quickly devised a plan to get her out of the country and to set up a new life in London. He needed my assistance to ensure the plan was a success, and I was more than happy to oblige. What did Vito and Monty have to do with this? You may have heard from the reports that stowaways are common on these trains. In truth, many of them are Gunbrinker immigrants looking to escape the same fate as Alma. As such, security has gotten remarkably tight on any outgoing travel. All luggage is very thoroughly inspected, especially oversized items that are placed in the storage cars. It is extremely difficult to smuggle something out of Ventrica, and yet, sometimes fortuitous opportunities do present themselves. I do not know how Gordon came to know that magician, but it turned out the two of them could help each other. As you certainly know by now, that magician's reputation is in this country was ruined by a performance accident. He's looking for a fresh start in a new country, but lacks the funds to facilitate such a move. Senator Gordon was more than happy to pay for all of his arrangements on one condition. The condition that he hid Alma in one of his pieces of stage equipment, such that she could be transported to London without being discovered. It's really quite a novel idea. A magician's stage equipment is designed to look innocuous, but hides numerous secret compartments and exits. It was not difficult to get all the items past security without any such compartments being opened, and without Alma being discovered. But if Alma is hiding in one of the pieces of stage equipment, how did I meet her? Why was she in the observation car 2 days ago? The truth is, this entire process has been undeniably traumatizing for Alma. First, her husband is killed, and now she's being smuggled away from her home by strange people with whom she has no choice but to trust. I suspect she feels like the loneliest woman in the world, and perhaps for a moment, that loneliness was too much to bear. I don't know for certain with what her intentions were in coming out of hiding. All I know is that shortly after she met with you, Emma, Rita and Monty found her, and she agreed to return to the storage car to complete the journey as originally intended. And that is where she is right now. We were in the storage car, like, last stream. We were there yesterday. Like, well, not yesterday for me, but yesterday for the characters. We weren't there that long. We weren't there that long ago. She would have been in there when us and Emma were investigating. This is unbelievable. Professor Martin, how did you end up with her wedding ring? I'm not proud to say this, but I took it from your room while you slept, Emma. It was my intention that you two would not get involved in any of this business, and I made the determination that ensuring this was worth a breach of your confidence. I see now that this was a mistake, and I regret all that I've done to hide the truth from you. I hope you can forgive me. I understand why he did it, though, because he didn't want us to, like, potentially be, like, considered accomplices to, like, smuggling and then get, like, jail time and, like, have disruptions to our education, right? I understand that, but I feel like he could have, like, attempted to try and, like, at least say, oh, she's safe, she's fine, or, like, say, oh, I know her, she's fine, she's just in her cabin, or, you know, he could have just, like, said something like that to try and, like, put us off a little bit more, so, like, we didn't become, you know, accomplices and stuff. And now, I must make a request of you. Please do not investigate any further, and do not tell that detective what I've told you just now. That detective, I do not believe he is as trustworthy as he seems. Yeah, I don't believe it either. I believe he has an ulterior motive for being here, and I suspect it has something to do with Alma. Much like the courts, the Ventrican police have little sympathy for all gun-breaking immigrants. If he were to find Alma, he would not hesitate to bring her back to Ventrica and have her promptly arrested. I'm gonna be so honest. I think during the first stream, so on Sunday stream, I was a little suspicious of him, but, like, towards, like, the end of the stream, I got a little bit of his trust. But on Monday stream, during the incident with Fisher, all that trust was gone. All that trust was, like, disappeared. Like, what? Gone. So yeah, I am not surprised that he's saying this. He has already suggested he will do the same to another immigrant on board, yes? That man Fisher? Yeah. Yeah, he did. I also have my suspicions about that case he's investigating. The man who was killed at the hotel, Otto Keller. You don't think... Detective Daltrey? Please. Emma. Poppy. The only way that Alma will successfully complete her journey is if we pretend that everything is normal. That detective cannot find me. And plus, like, we're almost at London anyways. We cannot allow that to happen. I can't believe that Professor Martin is involved in all of this. I never could have imagined that he'd be doing this kind of thing. I feel like I hardly even recognize him. Okay, Professor. I'm sorry, I think I need to go back to my room for a little while. I understand. excuse me, just don't tell Daltrey until we've actually like come up with a plan. Poppy. Yes, Professor. I feel I need to apologize to you personally as well. Why's that? I feel like as your teacher, I have not given you the attention you deserve. I accepted you for this directed study program on Emma's recommendation. Without it, I likely would not have allowed you to come on this trip. It isn't that I was unimpressed with your writing, but you haven't been my student for long, and it was my opinion that you weren't ready for this assignment. Emma thought differently, and she convinced me. But perhaps there was a part of me that still felt you weren't ready and that you shouldn't have joined us. I believe I may have neglected your development. But knowing you have assisted Emma with uncovering these past few days, I'm convinced that you are a man of tremendous character and intelligence. She was right, I was wrong. I hope you don't take this the wrong way, but I suspect that everything I have just told you and Emma will have come as much more of a shock to her than you. I've taught Emma for many years. She's a brilliant student, and she most certainly thinks of me as her closest mentor. I betrayed her trust in a way that I can never undo, no matter how good my intentions. I fear I'll never truly regain it. Okay, I need to take a quick break. I'm gonna run the ad now since it starts in like 5 minutes anyways. But yeah, I do need to take a quick break. So yeah, be back in a minute. I'm gonna start the ad now, just to get it out of the way, so I don't have to come back and then the ad is in progress or whatever. So yeah. Recording there. Okay, hold on. My thing is still being a bit dodgy. My headphones. Hit my headphones. Hold on. Give me a second. There we go. For fuck's sake. I hate my headphones. I need new ones. There we go. I hate my headphones. I feel like it did not pick up my voice then, I don't think. Sometimes it just does not pick up my voice properly. I don't know. It'll be fine. Anyways, I betrayed her trust in a way that I can never undo. No matter how good my intentions, I fear I will never truly regain it. And perhaps I don't deserve it. Please, look after her. Yeah, I will, Professor. No, I did. Oh, okay. The ring. Well, it turns out Martin took the ring. He confirmed to us that it does in fact belong to Alma. He wanted to hide from us what was really going on with his plan to smuggle her out of and drink her. Still, to go so far as to steal it from Emma while she was sleeping just seems so extreme. I can hardly believe Martin actually did that. And why was it left in Vida and Monty's cabin in the first place? It feels like we're wrapping everything up here and we still have one more chapter left. I don't know what's going to go on there. Well, it turns out Gordon didn't just invite Martin back to Vendrika for a nice visit. He wanted Martin to help him smuggle a Gambrican immigrant named Alma out of Vendrika. I wonder if this has anything to do with why Maxwell wanted to spine him for us. Martin revealed to us that he knew about Alma all along. Apparently, she's a Gambrican immigrant whose husband got into a bit of trouble, and Martin is helping us smuggle her out of Vendrika so she doesn't get deported. And Martin seems to think Daltrey isn't trustworthy. He told us that the Vendrican police aren't very sympathetic, spelling error, to Gambrican immigrants, and he thinks Daltrey may be here to try and find and arrest Alma or worse. Alright, I need to see if I have this straight. So Martin is helping his friend Senator Gordon smuggle a Gambrican immigrant named Alma out of Vendrika. The whole time Emma and I were trying to find her, Martin knew what was going on all along. I just can't believe Martin was hiding this from us the whole time. It's like there is a whole other side to him that we knew nothing about. Who is he really? We learned that the accident that ruined Monty's career wasn't his fault, but Vida's. She's been on a crusade to get Monty's career back ever since, which is why she got involved with Senator Gordon's plan to smuggle Alma out of the country on this train. Gordon offered to pay for their travel if they agreed to help Alma in some of Monty's stage equipment. After Martin left their cabin earlier, Monty actually spoke to Vida, telling her that she telling her that she doesn't have the line anymore. I wonder if Monty even wanted to go along with Vida's scheme in the first place. We got a lot of text there. After confronting her and talking with Martin, we confirmed that Vida was involved in hiding Alma. She paid off the bartender to claim he never saw her, and the two conspired to hide the fact that Alma existed by pretending that Vida bought a glass of wine that morning. Vida was responsible for the accident that ruined Monty's magic career. She was his stage manager that night. She was his stage manager. That night the performance was running late and she decided to forego a routine safety procedure to get him on stage faster. He almost died as a result and lost any chance of continuing his career in Vendrica. Ever since, she's done whatever she can to try and re-establish his career outside of Vendrica, including getting involved with Senator Gordon's plan to smuggle Alma out of the country on his train. Gordon offered to pay for their travel if they agreed to hide Alma in some of Monty's stage equipment. I kind of feel bad for her now. I'm sure she feels extremely guilty for what happened to Monty, and she's trying really hard to help him. But I get the sense that she hasn't really considered Monty's feelings about what she's been doing or how she's been behaving on his behalf. Still, I can tell she really loves him. It's honestly kind of sweet. Okay. Let's just go to our cabin. What's up, Martin? I kind of feel bad for all of them, excluding Daltrey. Let's just Daltrey and the bartender, just ignore them. I kind of feel bad for, Vida and Monty a little bit, and then Emma, and then our character, and then Martin as well. So, and Alma, of course. Alma, definitely 100%, of course, as well. I think that's just about everything packed. Phew. I didn't think I had that much. Maybe I should have folded some of the clothes. Well, whatever, it's fine. We should arrive in London in just a few hours. I can't believe it. This trip went way faster than I expected. This has been a pretty weird experience. I haven't seen Emma since she left Martin's cabin earlier. I hope she's doing alright. Maybe I should go and check on her. Go to Emma's cabin. Yeah, we haven't really seen her since we talked to Martin. She's here. Oh, hi, Poppy. You're unusually cheery. Hey, Emma. How you doing? I'm doing fine. I'm just about finished packing my things. Are you here just to check up on me? I guess so. Aw, that's very sweet of you, Poppy. Thank you. Don't mention it. I just wanted to make sure you were alright after, everything. I appreciate that. It's definitely been a lot, but I'm fine. Really. It feels like this trip went really quickly, doesn't it? I guess that's because neither of us really had a break since we departed. Yeah. Tell me about it. I was planning on using this time to plan my term paper, but I haven't had a second to think about it. Oh, Poppy, I'm sure you would have found a way to procrastinate on that even without my help. Yeah, probably. How about this? I think Alma is in good hands, right? We shouldn't need to worry about that anymore, so why don't we spend these next few hours relaxing? We can go to the lounge car and get a drink or something. Maybe we could brainstorm ideas for our term papers together, or talk about literally anything else. What do you say? That sounds really nice, actually. Sure, Emma. Great. Let's enjoy ourselves. Okay, I'm going to go to the lounge car. No, I've got a new little scene. You really think that, Poppy? I'm serious. Grocery store donuts are better in the winter, and I have a theory about why. In the summer, they got all mushy in storage because it's warm outside, but in the winter, they stay crisp. They taste so much better. You clearly have not had Blackpool donuts, clearly. I mean, sure, I believe you. It's just such a ridiculous thing to notice. Yeah, Blackpool donuts. Superior. Is it? I mean, I guess so. Hey now, what are we laughing about here? Who's this? Who's, yeah, it's us. Is it mine? Oh, Daltrey! Is it something I said? Do I have food in my face? Hi, Daltrey. Oh. Hi. Hey. 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 Hi. Oh, I totally killed the mood, didn't I? Damn. I got habit at that. Oh no, it's just... Okay. How are you? Well, I'm still breathing and my hair isn't falling out yet. So, all in all, can't complain too much. My investigation appears to have been a bit of a bust, though. I'm not looking forward to facing my bosses back home and telling them I got almost nothing. How about you two? Did you end up finding your missing woman? What do we tell him? Just saying we didn't. No, we didn't. Yeah. Turns out I was mistaken. Oh, is that so? Oh darn. I was hoping at least one of us wouldn't come up short on this trip. What a bummer, right? Seems like something's on his mind. You look like you look like you have a question for me. What's up? Oh no, I didn't have anything. Alright, oh, alright then. I need to be careful here. I can't say anything that might tip him off about Alma, but if we don't say anything, we might look pretty suspicious. One of us better speak up soon before this gets too awkward, but I don't know what to say. Emma, come on Emma, help me out here, I'm not sure what to say. So, I know your investigation didn't end so well, but did you enjoy the trip otherwise, Detective? I guess so, it's been a nice ride, but I'll admit, it's pretty hard to enjoy when you're focused on work. I think I know what you mean. We aren't just here on a vacation either, we have a pretty big assignment to worry about, right, Poppy? Yeah, that's right. Just worrying about class isn't so different from worrying about work. Yeah, it's something like that. Good small talk, Emma. Honestly, it was fun playing detective for a bit, but the missing woman thing was really just an excuse to procrastinate on our papers. Yeah, definitely. From now on, we're gonna leave it to the professionals. Yeah. What's up with Daltrey? Daltrey's acting a little weird. He seemed to react to Emma bringing up the missing woman. Is it possible he already knows about Alma? That wouldn't be good. She could be in danger of being discovered. Alright, it's risky, but maybe I should just go for it. Press him for more info. If he does know something, we might need to warn Martin. Hey, Detective, is something on your mind? Yeah, what's up, Daltrey? It's just... I just feel like I need to apologize, so. Oh? I haven't been entirely truthful with you two. Oh? How so? The truth is well, it's true that I boarded this train to continue my investigation into the murders of Otto Keller and Edison Maxwell, but... Well, to be more specific, I did it because I was looking for someone. Someone that I thought would be here. What did he say? Something that I was sure would be here. But when you told me about your missing woman the other day, I didn't think much of it at first, but then, well, as unlikely as it be, in the back of my mind, I kept wondering if maybe we were actually looking for the same person. Uh-oh. It turned out to be nothing, of course, but in hindsight, even the slightest hunch it might have something to do with my case should have kept me from letting you guys get involved. Instead, I let it go. I let you go and investigate it. Because I did, you wound up with a gun pointed at you. God, when I think about what might have happened if it were loaded, if it were someone other than Fisher holding it, this trip was certainly a failure for me. But it's not because I didn't find what I was looking for. Excuse me. It's because I allowed you guys to get into serious danger. And for that, I'm sincerely sorry. I'm not sure what to say. Detective, if you don't mind me asking, who are you looking for exactly? Oh, well, alright, I guess there's no harm in telling you that now. As long as you promise not to do anything with this information, of course. I promise nothing. We promise. Okay. The person I'm looking for is Otto Keller's wife, Alma Keller. That's her. It was obvious. It was obvious. It was obvious. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Oh, I can't look at my... I can't remember if Otto died first or... I can't remember if they ever mentioned whether Maxwell or Otto died first. Alma Keller. It was obvious in hindsight. It was obvious in hindsight. Yeah, as soon as we ID'd Otto, we found out that he was married. So we had officers go to his house to talk to his wife, but she wasn't there. After I found the train schedule among Otto's belongings, it occurred to me that she might be fleeing the country for some reason. So I made the impulse decision to get on board and chase that hunch. The boys back home still haven't found her, but well, neither have I. So it looks like I was wrong. God, what a waste of our time, right? Now I'm gonna go home completely empty-handed. I'll look like such a dope, won't I? I mean, more so than usual. What about Fisher? Fisher? I mean, you said you were going home empty-handed, right? But isn't he coming with you? No, Fisher isn't coming with me. When we arrive in London, he's going to stay. He's going to stay in London? He's letting him. Yeah, letting him stay in London. That I did not expect that. Listen, everything about this is against my better judgment. In fact, it might just be the most irresponsible thing I've ever done, which is saying something. Fisher is guilty of some serious crimes. His spine on a Ventrican senator could be considered treasonous. If he went back to Ventrica, he'd face a fate worse than a slap on the wrist. I talked to him at length. He told me everything, and I know this may sound a bit sentimental, but I believe him. He's just a decent man who got way in over his head out of desperation. I just can't in good faith condemn that man to such a horrible fate. How could I sleep at night, you know? As far as you know, there was no Fisher, and everything I just told you, forget about it. Okay? Okay. Yeah, sure, but I feel like we still can't trust him fully. You know? Especially with Alma. You're a really good guy, detective. You think so? Well, sure, I may be a good guy, but I'm a pretty lousy cop. Anyway, I'm sorry to have interrupted you two. It's like my ex-wife used to tell me all the time. Nobody likes a third wheel. Fuck you mean nobody likes a third wheel? I'm gonna go back to my cabin and get some rest. It's been a long few days, hasn't it? If I don't see you, well, it's been a pleasure. I wish you both the best. Good luck with your lives. We should tell Martin. We need to tell Martin. We need to tell Martin right away. Poppy? Do you think that Professor Martin was telling us the truth? I mean, I don't know. I think so. Why wouldn't he? When I left his room yesterday, I took this. The ring? The ring. To my beloved AK, Alma Keller. There's just no way this is a coincidence. Alma is Otto Keller's wife, which is something that Martin didn't tell us. I don't think that he noticed that I took back the ring. I just wanted to have it, just in case. Just in case what exactly? Martin doesn't seem to trust Detective Daltrey. Do you, Poppy? I don't know. I mean, I have a hard time believing he's up to no good, but it's not like we know him that well, do we? Like, you know Martin better than you know Daltrey. That's true, but after today, I'm not so sure I know Martin that well either. He almost seemed like a completely different person when we talked to him before, didn't he? Yeah, a little bit. I'm not saying I don't trust him, I don't know what to believe. So then, what should we do? I think there's only one way for us to know for sure what's really going on, Poppy. I know that Martin would want us to, but what, talk to Alma? Bear in mind, I think we should talk to Alma, yeah. Are you sure about this, Emma? I mean, we know she's in the storage car, but we don't even know where to look, really. And what would happen if someone found her? What would happen if Daltrey found her? For all we know, she could be a suspect in her husband's murder and get deported back to Gabrinka. I know, Poppy, but we'll never know if we don't talk to her. This is pretty reckless, Emma, but I think deep down I know you're right. Okay, let's see if we can find her. We'll talk to her for a few minutes, clear up all our questions, and then get out of there before anyone sees us. It'll be fine. We've got away with more dangerous things than this already, haven't we? Yeah, just like you said. We'll be in and out of there in no time. Let's go, Poppy. Okay, note added about the ring. Emma took the ring back from Martin while he wasn't looking. After talking with Doctor, it's clear that the AK written on the ring stands for Alma Keller. There's more to this story than Martin was willing to tell us. Okay, let's go to the storage car. That's all we really, like, can do at this point. Okay. I speak to Alma. Alma, are you there? Alma, it's me, Emma. Do you remember me? I don't think she can hear us properly. I think she's hidden somewhere that's insulated from sound. Or maybe she's just not awake. Okay, let's see. Check. It's gotta be in one of Thingy's props. Monty's props. Well, this box is definitely big enough to hide a person. Sure, but unless there's a secret compartment, they surely would have found her during loading. No, it doesn't look like there's a secret compartment here. It's definitely deeper than it looks from the outside, though. Here? It definitely belongs to Monty, but there's nowhere to hide a person in it. I'm not sure I'd want to hide a proper prop like this anyway. Okay, let's go to the... check the other side. Check the cage. That's the only... Well, she's not in the cage. We can see that pretty clearly. Yeah, but this cage is pretty big. Are we sure it isn't hiding anything? I don't know, but maybe we should inspect it more thoroughly. Probably why don't we split up? I'll take a look at this cage. You see if you can find anything elsewhere. Sure, that works for me. Just let me know if you find something, okay? Check the suit of armor. I know she's starting the suit of armor, but I never did get a good look at this thing yesterday. Alright, let's take a look. Check the helmet already, there's nobody in there. Oh, there's a key there. What's this hanging from the sword hilt? A key. It's a key ring. There's just one really tiny key on it, though. I should discuss with Emma what I found. Hey Emma, I found something. You did? What is it? There's a key ring hanging from the sword hilt on the suit of armor. It's got one tiny key ring on it. A small key, huh? I wonder what it goes to. Did you find anything interesting about the cage? It's locked. The door to the cage is locked, but no the key. The door has a 4-digit combination lock? So unless we can figure out the numbers, we're never going to get inside. Why would we don't want to lock the door to an empty cage? Check the combination lock. Wait, are you saying you know the code to unlock the door to the cage? I mean, I could give it a shot. Okay, it can't hurt to try. Just tell me the number, I'll try to figure out. What do you think, Poppy? What's the code? I don't know, actually. Let me see. I don't know. Let me see. Okay, I'll try it. I'll also look through my... Yeah, no, that wasn't it proper, yeah. So drawing board, maybe I should ask Emma if she has any ideas. I just thought of something. Do you remember what we overheard Vida tell Monty about earlier? Oh, Ace, King, Queen, Jack. That's when it comes into Ace, King, Queen, Jack, in that order. What do you think she was on about? I don't know, maybe Vida was trying to teach Monty about poker. Ace, King, Queen, Jack. Could this have anything to do where they did Alma? I don't know, it seems like a long shot, but maybe we should review our notes just to be sure. Vida. Monty, wait, thank God. Let's see. So Ace, it was, what was it? Ace, King, Queen, Jack. It was a Jack of clubs. King of spades. Queen of diamonds, Ace of hearts. Diamonds. Ace of hearts. Let me see, wait. Is it these ones? 8532? Let's go with 8532 for now. So let's go with check combination, check numbers code. Yeah, 8532. 8532. I'll try it. Okay, not that one. Let's try and What's the numerical number of like ace? Let me see. I like each card. Ace of spades. King cards. Let me see. Well, let me look at my notes again. Maybe it's the number of cards that was in it. So it was Jack of clubs. So it was 0. Let me see. Let me try Jack of clubs. So 0. 0 clubs in here. Unless it's 1 because of the one. I don't know. Unless it's. I don't know. What could it be? One club card. Let's see. Playing cards. Jack number. Let me see. Jack is okay. Let's see. Jack is 11. Queen is. Oh yeah. Ace is 1, isn't it? And then King is 13. Queen is 12, and then Jack is 11. But that doesn't seem right. Let me see. Maybe it's them in order, so it was Ace of Hearts, so we didn't do it in order, actually proper order. 3, because the hearts. 3, and then King of Spades. 3, 8. Queen of Diamonds, so 5. And then Ace of Hearts, so wait a minute, no, not Ace of Hearts. Jack of Clubs, so 2. 3, 8, 5, 2. 3, 8, 5, 2. Check the combination. Play another code. Okay, let me start my headphones before my headphones have decided to cut out again. 3, 8, 5, 2. Try it. Can't believe it! Yay! How did you know? It was nothing special, just a simple bit of deduction. I could explain actually, if I'm being honest. I think that was an achievement if we got it like first time. I think did we? Is there? No, it's not. Okay. Okay. Well, whatever. But anyway, I'm sorry I asked. But good job. Now the cage. Go to cage interior. Alright, let's look around. I don't see anything unusual about the floor. Yeah, me neither. Can you see anything in the ceiling? No, I don't think so. There's definitely more room up there than it looks like on the outside though. I wonder if that's true on the floor too. Seems like a normal floor to me. Yep, seeing these bars seem just too narrow to squeeze through. At least I can't, maybe you could. No, I don't think so, but it's close. I'm still worried about the bars. Don't look for the combination, but took care of that already, so don't worry, Poppy. We can't get locked in. That's a relief. But it still feels weird standing in a cage. It's no use, Poppy. She's too well hidden. How can that be? It feels like we've been pretty thorough. I guess she needed to be well hidden enough for train security not to find her during inspection. Maybe we never really stood a chance. Oh, Alma. Where are you? Holy shit. The train whistle goes off. Man, that is loud. Yeah, that is loud. Oh, shoot. That scared me so much I dropped the ring. Poppy, do you see it on the floor anywhere? Let me take a look. It's there. It is right there. Found it. Oh, there's a tiny little lock. Wait. Where is this on the floor? Next to a ring. We got the key already though, didn't we? I think it's a tiny hole. It looks like it might be connected to a latch of some kind. Poppy, you don't think I have to try it. If this little hole is what I think it is, I should have just a thing for it. Use a small key. There. It unlocked. Emma, help me pull out this. Is it Alma under there? Hi. Alma. It's her. It's really her. She must be asleep. She's probably asleep. Alma. Alma, can you hear me? Alma, it's me, Emma. Please, Alma, wake up. Is she dead? Oh, thank God. Thank fuck no. Thank oh fuck, she's not that. Oh my God, she does have the anime. She does have the anime. She does have the dead anime wife hairstyle. Oh my God. Emma. Oh, Alma. I found you. I finally found you. Emma. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry it took so long. Emma, don't die. Hopefully she doesn't die. Hopefully she doesn't die. I mean, we still have one chapter left, so who knows, but yeah. I don't know what to say. It's nice to see you again, Alma. It's nice to see you too, Emma. I'm sorry that I missed our lunch. How did you find me? We've been looking for you for almost 3 days. Ever since Emma told me you went missing. I'm Poppy, by the way. Emma's friend. It's nice to meet you, Poppy. Emma told me a lot about you. I don't think she was. I didn't think she was real, to be honest. That is so fair. That is so fair. I was starting to doubt it as well. I was starting to doubt, like, Emma's memory a bit as well, to be honest. But she's real. She is. She's here. She did. Poppy and I searched everywhere for you. Talked to everyone. Talked to everyone we could. I just wanted to make sure you were okay. Went through all of that for me. I'm sorry to have put you through so much trouble. It's okay, Alma. We're just happy to see that you're okay. So you know who I am? Well, that's sort of why we had to find you. We've learned a lot about what's going on, but we don't know who to trust or what to believe. So the only way to know for sure would be to hear it from you. I can't tell you. You can trust us, Alma. It isn't that I don't trust you, it's that if I tell you anything, I understand, Alma. If you don't want to tell us, it's okay, but nobody knows we're here. We shouldn't be in any danger. We should want to know the truth. What do you want to know about me? Your name is Alma Keller. Your husband was Otto Keller, a man who was murdered at a hotel 3 days ago. We were told that you're fleeing Vendrika to avoid deportation to your home country, Gambrinka. We know that your husband worked as a housekeeper for a lawyer named Maxwell, who was killed in his home the same night Otto was murdered at a hotel. And we know that Maxwell was using another Gambrinkan immigrant to spy on a Vendrikan senator named Gordon. There's a detective on board who is looking for you. He's currently investigating Otto and Maxwell's murder. We're not sure how all these things are connected, but that's about everything we know. A few weeks ago, a man came to my husband with an offer. If accepted, he would set Otto and I up with a new life in London and a considerable amount of money. But if he refused, he assured Otto that we would be deported without cause. It was blackmail. So it's either get deported or go to London. Basically, leave. It was just basically like, you gotta leave Vendrika one way or another. You know, that's fucking shit, man. What the fuck? I feel so bad for her, man. She was like in a rock and a hard place, kind of. He wanted Otto to kill someone. He wanted to kill that lawyer, Maxwell. He was hiring Otto as a hitman. Okay. That man. That horrible man. Alma, who was he? He never told us his name, but... He was... Have we stopped? Has the train stopped? Wait, what's going on? Are we slowing down? Are we in London? This is a shit time to be in London right now. We shouldn't be arriving in London for at least another 2 hours. Something's wrong. Uh-oh. Alma, what's wrong? It's... The lights! What was that? Poppy, Alma, are you okay? I'm fine, Alma. What about Alma? Alma, can you hear me? Did you see that before before it went black? Did you hear that? Like, did you see that? Like something, it was like something orange like shot down at Alma, and then she just collapsed. No response. Probably we have to turn the lights back on. Okay, I'm looking for the light switch. I have no idea where I am. I need to feel around for something, anything to get my bearings. I think that's the cage. I can work my way to where we came in. Maybe I can find the switch by the door. This is hopeless. I have no idea what I'm doing. Am I supposed to find... Oh, wait, what? What's this? I think I found it. Where's Alma? Where is she? Where is she? The orange thing might have been the guillotine. The orange thing I saw might have just been the guillotine. Alma's gone. Oh no, Alma! Papa, we have to find her. Maybe she went back in the cage? We're gonna get out here, check the other cars. She kind of gone far. It's locked. Emma, I can't get this door open, it won't budge. What? Oh no. The other door is stuck too. Hey, can anybody hear me? We're trapped in here, hey! Damn. Where is Alma then? I assume I thought she might, maybe she went back into the cage thinking that like someone was gonna like come into the like storage car. Maybe? Do you think the man Alma was talking about, the one who blackmailed her husband to murder Maxwell? Do you think he was Professor Martin? I doubt it was Martin. With everything we've learned about Martin, I don't think it's Martin. I have a strong sense it's not Martin, but also there's like a little doubt in my mind being like, it might be Martin. He's like on this train at the moment. He's like one of the ones that's like most related to this case. Like Vida and Monty came in a little bit afterwards so that Alma could use one of Monty's props to hide away on the train. Right, they came in a little bit later on in like the timeline. Professor Martin, but Professor Martin is the one that like kind of like has been in it from like the beginning, because he was asked by Senator Gordon to hide Alma away so she could get to London safely and not be risk deportation back to Gambrinka. So he's the most related to this case. I have a feeling that like he's not the one. He's not the guy. I don't think he's the guy who who blackmailed Alma and Maxwell. But I can't. Maybe actually, now I'm thinking about it, it might have been Martin. Now that I'm actually thinking about it, what might have happened is Senator Gordon asked Martin to get Alma out of the country, and then Martin went up to Alma being like, hey, come on, I'm gonna either come to London with me and I'll give you some money and start from a new life, or you'll have to be deported back to Gambrinka. It might be Martin. Emma, I don't know. It's alright. Let's not jump to any conclusions just yet, okay? We need to get out of here. There's the train whistle again. We're moving again. How long has it been? Maybe about 20 minutes since we stopped? Hello? The porter? He's the porter. He got the door open. Are you two again? Oh, hello. Probably need to be careful. If even a little of what Martin told us is true, if anyone finds out about Alma, it could be disastrous to her. The porter is right there! The porter is right there! The porter is right there while you're telling us about Alma. He does not. The porter is innocent. He does not know anything about this. Let's see if we can get any more information about what's going on. So what are you two doing in here anyway? We were looking through some of our luggage when the train stopped. We tried to leave, but the doors wasn't open. Yeah, that makes sense, considering they were locked. They were locked? A tad strange. Of course, the front door leads to the engine, and that's always locked for passengers, but the bank should have been open. Jeez, I'm sure I'm glad I came in here to check. You two might have been stuck until the end of the ride. Who locked us in here? Get a load of this. You want to know why we stopped? Some joker pulled the emergency brake. Nobody saw who did it. We have no idea why they did. People think that's so funny, pulling a stunt like that, but it's more dangerous than they think. The emergency brakes apply so much force that they can easily damage the tracks and even the train itself. And that's why they're for emergencies only. When I find the guy who did this, why? You better believe I'm gonna let him have it. Okay. Let's see what he has to say, Poppy. Okay, let's see what else he has to say. Back door was locked for some reason. Back door was locked for some reason. Hey, is anything unusual happened since the train stopped? Unusual? No, I wouldn't say so. Most of us train personnel were investigating the brake situation to make sure it was safe to start moving again. We didn't uncover anything unordinary. Some passengers are a bit are irate about it. Oh, but I'd say everything's back to normal now. We should arrive in London in just about 2 hours. We're in London about just 2 hours. So, someone pulled the emergency stop. Then someone cut the lights to the storage car and locked us in here. And somewhere in the middle of this, Alma disappeared. If you'll excuse me, I have a few more things to check on. Don't stay in here too long, you two. This is really no place for loitering. We won't. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Poppy, I'm getting such a terrible feeling. Me too. What should we do? We need to talk to Professor Martin. We need him to tell us the whole truth. And if there's anybody who might know what happened to Alma, it's him. I need him to be honest with me. If he's really the one who blackmailed Otto Keller, I need to hear it from him. I need to know who Martin really is. She's made up her mind. Martin. For Emma's sake, I hope it isn't true. Okay, let's go. Go to Martin's cabin. Oh, Martin. Martin, you better tell us the truth. Oh, we're outside it in the corridor again? It's Daltrey again. Oh, hey, you two. Okay, we cannot tell him shit. We cannot tell him shit. Detective Daltrey, what's he doing outside Martin's cabin? Jeez, you two look like you've seen a ghost. Are you two alright? Yeah, we're okay. Are you here to see Professor Martin again? Yeah, your professor came to see me a little while ago and asked if I could meet him in his cabin around this time. It was just before the train stopped. He said he had something he wanted to talk with me about. Do you have an idea what it was? No, he didn't say, but he probably just wants to follow up on our last conversation. Whatever it is, I'm sure he wouldn't mind you guys being around for it. Why don't we visit him together? Is Martin gonna tell Daltrey about Alma? Cause I still don't trust this guy. I still do not trust this guy. Like, sure, he, is gonna ignore Fisher and let him get up in London and, not deport him back to Gambrinka. But I don't trust he's gonna do the same for Alma. So yeah, I don't trust he's gonna do the same. What's wrong? No, it's nothing. Let's go talk to him. Yeah, Daltrey is definitely onto us. D32, Martin's cabin. This is a bit nerve-wracking. What the fuck? Excuse me? My god. What happened here? Professor Martin? Is he... He's dead. There's a gun in his hand. Did he... Wait, there's something on the table. Oh no. Oh no. This is a letter. It's addressed to you and me, Emma. What does it say? To Emma and Poppy. Firstly, I would like to apologize if you're reading this after having discovered me to yourself. Okay, I'm gonna switch to this one for a second. It is my intention that the detective find me first so that I may spare you such a grim sight. However, I recognize that this is not entirely in my control, and I am sincerely sorry if this hasn't played out in the way I intended. By now, it has become clear to me that my secrets cannot stay hidden for much longer. In spite of my best efforts, I am certain the two of you will uncover the truth. It is only a matter of time. I'm not angry with you, nor am I disappointed in this outcome. To the contrary, I am very proud of you both. But I regret that the truth is to my great shame. For my sins, I have chosen to end my in life, so that I may no longer bear their burden and face the reality of having them come to light. Please forgive me. That is not what I expected him to do at all. Now I'll explain all that has occurred in detail so that you may finally put your investigation to rest. It wasn't until we arrived in Ventrica that I was informed of the true reason I was invited. When I first met with Senator Gordon, he informed me that a lawyer named Maxwell had discovered a very dangerous secret. If this secret were publicly revealed, the results would have been very undesirable. Maxwell tried to blackmail Senator Gordon with this information, but even if Gordon acquiesced to his demands, it would have been far too dangerous to allow him to go on with knowledge of this secret. The only solution was to have Maxwell killed. Gordon's plan was to bribe Maxwell's Gambrincan housekeeper to kill him in his home and make it look like a robbery. You know the Gambrincan man to whom I am referring to, Otto Keller. As insurance, Gordon would inform Otto that he and his family would be deported should he not comply. Of course, Gordon could not meet with Otto himself. A man in his position couldn't risk being seen engaging in any such business. So he asked me to do it. I would only be in the country for a short time and had no known connection to any of the involved parties. Once the job was done, there would be no evidence to implicate any of us, and Otto would be safely out of the country, as long as everything went according to plan. The night before we left Vendrika was the night Otto was to do the job. After killing Maxwell, he would meet with me in an unoccupied room of our hotel, and I would inform him of his next steps. Did Martin kill Otto? He was to go with his wife. He was to go with his wife and meet with the magician, who would make the necessary arrangements to have them stow away on the train. I too would take the train myself to oversee their journey and to ensure nothing went wrong. But when Otto met with me at the hotel, he had different plans. Otto was overcome with guilt for having killed Maxwell. He told me he had no intention of making the journey to London. Oh? He wanted me to ensure that his wife made the journey out of the country, but he was going to turn himself into the police. He told me that he would say it was a robbery. He would say nothing of my involvement or of our arrangement. I sympathized with him and his strong sense of justice, but such a risky plan was simply unacceptable. I told him no. I told him that we would finish our arrangement exactly as planned. He protested, so I felt I had no choice but to find a way to convince him. I told him that if he didn't comply, I'd have his wife deported at once. I told him that she would never see freedom again. He became angry. We began to argue. He then became violent. So this was like a murder in self-defense, maybe? I didn't want to hurt him, but I panicked as he approached me and... Oh. I fired a shot in his direction. It hit the window. Startled, he lost his balance and fell through the shattered glass. Do you remember what I told you of the Ventrican Revolution? That was a university student at the time in which it took place. Yeah? In truth, I was deeply involved, together with Gordon and with our friend Maya. We were very young and very idealistic. We wanted the best for our country and we were determined to fight for it. There was a period where it seemed as if all of our efforts were being thwarted before we even had a chance to act. One of our companions was acting as an informant, and one day Gordon revealed to me he had discovered the traitor's identity. It was Maya. We confronted Maya with this information. He denied everything. He began to accuse us of being the informants, of betraying him. I do not remember much about what happened next. All I know is that God and I left that meeting alive, and Maya did not. I have lived every moment of my life since this incident trying to hide from it. I left my home country. I refused to think of it, even for a moment. I had nearly succeeded in forgetting it entirely, until God had informed me about that the lawyer Maxwell had somehow discovered what we had done. Those who knew Maya believed he died in an uprising. Gordon and I covered our tracks carefully, but perhaps not carefully enough. Lastly, I would like to talk about Alma, the wife of Otto Keller and the woman I so shamefully made a widow. The night Otto died, after you went to sleep, I went to his home myself to meet with Alma. I'm sorry this happened, but we still must go through the plan. Oh my Jesus God. I don't know if I can. I'm afraid you don't have a choice. You must be on the train tomorrow. If you aren't, I don't want you to die too. Please. I was determined to make sure that Alma completed her journey with no interference, to at least allow the woman whose life I destroyed an opportunity to find freedom in a new country. I know that the detective will read this letter, and to you I humbly request, please let her go. Hopefully he does. He let what was his name? Fishel. Is his name Fishel? Or have I just made that? Fisher. He let Fisher go to London. Hopefully he lets Alma go. She has done nothing wrong and deserves the opportunity to rebuild her life free from oppression. Hopefully he does. I know everything I have told you will come as a great shock. I should have told Gordon that I wouldn't help him. I shouldn't have allowed myself to sink even lower in the name of hiding my past crimes. But I simply must accept that I am a weak man whose principles crumble in the face of overwhelming fear. I do not deserve to be a teacher, and I do not deserve such wonderful people as yourselves as my students. Poppy, I am sorry I doubted you, and I am certain you will flourish as a scholar of great talent and principle. And Emma, to have been your teacher was one of the great pleasures of my career. I know that you thought very highly of me and greatly valued my guidance. I, too, cherished our time as if you were my own family. The pain I feel in having betrayed your trust is almost too much to bear. If there is a silver lining, it is that I can rest knowing that you will become a woman of greater character than any man, much less myself, could ever be. In the end, I only would have gotten in your way. I I write these words in hopes that you both may learn from my mistakes. You are young, you live in prosperous times. You have your whole lives ahead of you. You have the opportunity to make something of yourself in a way that I never could. Please, please do not take this for granted. Thank you both for everything. Goodbye. Oh my god. Jesus. Jesus Christ. Jesus. Oh, Emma! Emma just fainted. Emma just fainted. The ad is starting in 3.5 minutes, by the way. So, yeah. Jesus Christ. Thank you for telling me everything. We didn't really have a choice with the letter, but yeah. How are you holding up? I'm okay. Detective, how is Emma doing? I spoke to her briefly after she came to. She told me she was okay and that she wanted some time alone to think. I can tell she's a pretty tough girl. I know she'll make it through this, but deep down it's clear she's really hurting. Don't worry though, I'll keep an eye on her until we arrive. Thank you. You're a good kid, you know that. Trust me, I'm a good judge of character. I get the feeling that when she's ready for a shoulder to cry on, you'll be there for her. Oh wait, did she say she's a good kid? Oh yeah, you're a good kid. Okay. What about Alma? Have you found her yet? No, I've looked all around, but there's been no sign of her. It's very strange. We're starting to think that it's possible she fled from the train while the train while we were stopped. It wouldn't have been difficult to slip out during all the commotion, and she wasn't supposed to be on board anyway, so likely anyone would have noticed. Wherever she is, I hope she's okay. There's quite a bit of this I'm still trying to make sense of. How could Martin have hidden the sound of a gunshot? Not a single person I've talked to said they heard anything strange. And I'm still in the dark about a lot of your investigation. If you don't mind, can we discuss some of the details? Maybe it'll help me piece some things together. Jeez, where do I start? I hope Emma's okay. Yeah, as soon as you're ready, let's review what you know. Okay, we're doing the review with with Daltrey instead of Emma this time. I want you to take me through what happened today from the beginning. Along the way, I may have some questions, so bear with me. I just want to make sure we're on the same page. Sure, the first thing we did do today was talk to Mr. Fish. Hang on, that's something we did before this, isn't there? We talked to Martin after what happened with Mr. Fisher last night, and I wanted some advice. I see. Did you have any suspicions about him at this point? No, not really. There was just one thing. I knew that Martin was friends with Senator Gordon, and that Gordon was the one who invited Martin to visit Vendrika. That's where the idea for the study trip came from. That's where this idea for this study trip came from in the first place. But when we heard Mr. Fisher was spying on Senator Gordon, we didn't really know what to make of it. If only I'd learned the connection between Martin and Gordon sooner. Before we left, Martin told us to be careful, and that he'd rather us not get involved in anything. I suspect at this point he knew it was only a matter of time before you found out his secret. After that, we decided to go find Mr. Fisher. You know, why were you too interested in him in the first place? Well, that's because he may have witnessed Emma and Alma together. As it turns out, Fisher was one of the few people who may have witnessed Emma and Alma together before Alma went missing. Interesting. So, what did he say? Did he see them together? No, he didn't. But he did see something else in the lounge car that morning that raised our suspicions. He saw Vida made a deal with the bartender. Vida, her? I just feel that woman and her husband were up to something. The bartender told us that Vida had gotten a glass of wine, but Fisher remembered it differently. He saw Vida give the bartender money but leave without a drink. The bartender was very clear with us that 3 drinks were sold and his cash register confirmed it. So if Vida wasn't one of them, then yeah, we were able to catch him in a lie and prove that Alma must have had tea with Emma that morning. So then, that's it. Vida paid him to keep his mouth shut. Yeah, exactly. Actually, we've been suspicious of Vida and Monty from the beginning because of the ring we found in their cabin. A ring? Yeah, the engraving on the ring said, "To my beloved AK." We didn't know Alma's last name at the time, but we knew there was a possibility the ring belonged to her. Fascinating. The bartender never fully admitted anything, but he did give us something that confirmed our suspicions. The money Vida paid him to keep quiet. He gave us the money Vida paid him, and he wanted us to tell her that he changed his mind. Well, this explains why I saw you two outside of Vida and Monty's cabin earlier. I could tell immediately that those two were suspicious, but I wasn't able to get anything out of them. Vida didn't pull any punches. It looks like her comments must have really bothered him. So what happened when you confronted them? It took some effort, but we eventually got Vida to admit that she knew something about Alma. She didn't want to tell us any more though. We got so close, but she was right about one thing. Even though we knew something was going on, we didn't have any real evidence. But wait, I thought you had Alma's ring. No, we didn't. It had gone missing overnight. Emma had it in her room when she went to bed, but didn't when she woke up. We thought we were finished, but then Martin showed up with the missing ring. After that, Emma and I joined him in his cabin, and he told us everything. Almost everything. He told us he was helping Senator Gordon smuggle Alma out of Vendrika because she was under threat of deportation. The plan involved hiding her in a piece of Monty's stage equipment in the storage car. Well, no wonder we couldn't find her. He told us he took the ring so that Emma and I wouldn't get involved, and he even said that there was someone else he was suspicious of. Who did Martin say was suspicious of you? Who, me? Yeah, it was hard to believe, but he told us that the Vendrican police were unsympathetic to gun-bringing immigrants, and that if Alma were found, she'd certainly be deported or worse. I'm ashamed to admit it, but that part is certainly true. That's why I changed my mind about Fisher. I couldn't bring him back to Vendrika knowing what would happen to him. Yeah, you told us about that when Emma and I saw you in the lounge car earlier this evening. There was one thing you told us that finally made us suspicious of Martin. Welcome back from the ad. We're just thingy. Welcome back to the ad. We're just doing the review with Dr. Who tell us Alma's last name? It was Alma's last name and her relation to Otto Keller. Martin didn't tell us that Alma was married to the man who was murdered 3 days ago, so we knew there had to be more to the story. That's when we decided we needed to talk to Alma herself. She was the only one who could tell us the whole truth. So we went to the storage cars to look for her. It wasn't easy, but we eventually found her in a very unlikely place, in the cage. She was underneath the floor of the big cage in a hidden compartment. Unreal, I just can't believe how much of you two were able to discover. And to think I was all ready to call it quits. God, what kind of detective am I? I'm sorry, don't mind me. Please continue. Alma was reluctant to talk at first, but she trusted Emma, so eventually she opened up to us. She told us about a man who blackmailed her husband Otto to get him to murder Maxwell. And just as she was about to tell us who it was, the train came to a stop and the lights went off. When we finally got the lights back on, Alma was gone and we discovered someone had locked us in. If it wasn't for the porter coming by and unlocking the door, we might have been stuck there for the rest of our trip. I suppose it was Martin who did all that. I didn't even think about Martin locking it, to be honest. Does that mean he's the one who pulled the emergency stop? But why would he? Wait, I think I know why. You do? Yeah, think about it. Other than making the train stop, what could he do? Cause for it to happen by pulling the brake? The train whistle. To make the train whistle blow. Exactly. I couldn't figure out how Martin hit the sound of a gunshot on a crowded train, but the whistle would have provided cover. The whistle always sounds when the train stops and starts, so by pulling the emergency brake, he could predict when it would blow. All he had to do was wait in his cabin for the train to start moving again. Well, that's a plausible theory at least, but it still doesn't explain what happened to Alma. Once the porter left, Emma and I decided we needed to confront Martin, and that's when we ran into you outside his door. Oh my god. I'm gonna be so honest, when we first went into Martin's room earlier to see his dead body, I thought he had been murdered because my brain was just fixated on his body and then the blood, It didn't even like clock into my brain that he was like holding the gun, you know. So yeah, thank you. I think I have a good understanding of everything now. Yeah, because I was thinking, oh, Alma's gone, Martin's dead. I was thinking that Alma had somehow killed Martin. So yeah. So yeah. Maxwell discovered Gordon's dark secret and, as a result, was murdered by Otto, who was subsequently killed by Martin. I guess that just about wraps up my case then. Both murders are accounted for, and both culprits are no longer with us. The only person left to be brought to justice in this whole thing is Senator Gordon. Is something the matter? No, it's nothing. Just something I need to think about. None of this should have happened the way it did. It was my responsibility to solve this case, and I failed. I'm sorry. I guess I didn't even realize it was. I knew going onto this, when we went onto the train. In chapter 2, I kind of when we started chapter 2, I kind of knew. He had taught. We kind of knew when we first met Daltrey. Well, the second time we met Daltrey on the train. The first time we met Daltrey on the train is what I meant. The second time I met Daltrey, the second time we met Daltrey overall was on the train. I'm tired. But the first time we see Daltrey on the train, he tells us that there's been a murder that's going on. And I was like, okay, these are related somehow. But I didn't realize how intertwined they would get. So yeah, detective. What are you gonna do now? I don't know. I really don't. But at least I have some time to figure it out. I'm going to check on Emma. If you can, try to get some rest. We should arrive in London at around 10 o'clock. Thank you, detective. Jesus. Jesus Christ. What now? Yeah, Alma's gone. Martin's dead. And, yeah. Chapter 5, the finale. I can see this is where we'll somehow find out what's happened to Alma. So yeah. Poppy, hello, are you listening? Huh? What? Oh, hi Emma. You totally zoned out for a minute there. Are you feeling okay? Yeah, I think so. Well, anyway, as I was saying, as you were saying, sorry, I'm just checking if I can save here, but I can't. Okay, we've got a bunch of thingies here. I'll read for these. So Alma's last name is Keller. She's the wife of Otto Keller, the man who Martin blackmailed to kill Edison Maxwell and then killed at the hotel. Emma and I managed to find her and talk to her, but she disappeared when the lights went out in the storage car. I can't even imagine all the pain she must feel after what she's been through. I hope she's okay, wherever she is. Daltrey was with Emma and I when we discovered Martin's body. He knows everything that happened now. In the end, he turned out alright. He's been very kind to us through all of this, and I trust him to do everything he can to bring Senator Gordon to justice. We found Martin dead in his cabin just about 2 hours before we were set to arrive in London. He committed suicide. He confessed in a letter to multiple crimes. He worked with Senator Gordon to blackmail Otto Keller into killing Maxwell Edison, who discovered that Martin and Gordon murdered their friend Maya during the Revolution for being an informant. Otto killed Maxwell but threatened to turn himself into the police, and Martin accidentally killed him in the ensuing argument. In his letter, he made it clear how ashamed he was of what he had done. And with Emma and I so close to discovering the truth, he decided the guilt was too much to bear. This is all too much to process. I don't even know what to feel, but I'm really worried about Emma. Yeah, same. She's just been she was closer to Martin than we were. So I wonder how she's feeling. Otto Keller. Turns out Otto was Alma's husband. He was blackmailed by Gordon and Martin to murder Edison Maxwell. He did the job, but overcome with guilt, he threatened to turn himself into the police. Him and Martin argued about it, and Martin accidentally killed him in the process. It's just so awful to think about. He didn't deserve any of what happened to him, exactly. Anyways, as I was saying, Emma, okay. I finished looking over your term paper. I left you a few notes that I'd like you to consider, but it's really wonderful, Poppy. I'm very proud of you. Huh? My term paper? Yes, your paper on the hot dog stand outside the hotel. You just asked me to read it a few hours ago. Are you sure you're feeling okay? Yeah. No, sir, I mean, thank you. I really appreciate you looking over it. I'll check out your feedback a little later. Wait, honestly, I thought you were joking when you told me about it earlier, but you did some really compelling research. I just know Professor Martin is going to be impressed. This is a dream. Professor Martin, I just can't stop thinking about how great our trip was. I'm so glad I got to do this before I graduated. I'm really going to miss all of this. But hey, this isn't really the end, right? Maybe someday, years from now, the three of us can get together and take another trip. But this time, not as teachers and students, but as friends. Wouldn't that be nice? I'm sorry, did that sound weird? I guess being so close to graduation is making me kind of sentimental. No, it's just... Oh, Poppy, I'm sorry I have to go. I told Martin I would visit him during his office hours in just a few minutes. I really need to get moving. If you have any questions about your paper, let me know. I'll see you later, okay? Yeah, okay. Bye. Wait, Emma. What's up? It's just... I'm really gonna miss you, too. Jesus Christ. Yeah, that was a dream. Yeah, I was still on the train. Huh? I must have nodded off for a bit. I didn't realize how exhausted I was. God. What an embarrassing dream. Looks like we won't be arriving for another 30 minutes or so. I wonder how Emma is holding up. Okay, I'm gonna save right here. Over here. 7 hours. Jesus. So yeah, let me just... Jesus Christ. Yeah. Jesus Christ, that has been a long... that has been a long ass stream, man. I've been streaming for just over 3 hours. Did I say welcome back to the ad earlier? I think I did. Yeah, I think I did, because we were doing the review with Gordon. So yeah, I hope you guys have kind of enjoyed this stream. I guess this has been crazy. This has been crazy. Just, yeah, it's been insane. It's just been insane. So, yeah. Anyways. Yeah, I'm gonna go raid you guys on out. As always, other socials are in the Twitch commands, about my section and description on YouTube. We have tomorrow, I'm hopefully gonna be streaming with Sage tomorrow and doing some Stardew tomorrow. And then on Sunday, hopefully it'll be the grand finale chapter of the grand finale chapter of Detective Instinct. This has just been a wild stream. Just so much shit has happened. Jesus. I hope Alma's okay. I really hope that Alma is okay, because Jesus Christ, man. She has just been through the ringer. And yeah. Yeah, she's just been through the ringer, and I really feel bad for her. I still don't really trust Martin. I'm gonna be so honest. Not mine. I still don't really trust Daltrey. I'm gonna be so honest. But I wouldn't be surprised with, like, you know, he's kind of like he doesn't really follow the rules. Like, we've kind of known this. He doesn't really follow the rules all that much. So I do think that he might quit his job at some point. So yeah. Anyways, let's raid you guys on out. Let's raid you guys on out. I'm gonna go raid you guys out to a bus full of buns who's playing a bit of Dead by Daylight. Hope you go, enjoy, DVD, it's a little less lore intensive than, Detective Instincts, with all that's happened today. I I have no idea what's going to happen in chapter 5, but we'll see. Yeah, anyways, let's go. Go. Yeah, let's go. Bye guys. Hope go enjoy Bun stream. Bye guys.